Use. New stream. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. So yes, Unus Annus is off the table. I cannot play Unus Annus content. I forgot that Mark said he was very serious about the Unus stuff not being taken down and everything. So no, I guess I'm forced to respect it. That sucks. But you know what can you do? It's Unus Annus. The whole point of it is you're not supposed to see it again. What can you do? So I guess for now, while I go look for something else, I'll play this instead. I'll just play this in the back. Go work on something and look for a new video. Okay, let's look at a new video. Ah! What do I play now? I don't know what to play now. I'll go play. I guess I just play normal Markiplier stuff. I guess. I don't know. Oh wait, what about distracted? Distract. Oh. Because I know not a lot of you go open up your file files. Why can't I not play anything here? Well, okay, maybe no distract. Fuck it. Oh, what the fuck is that? Ew. I can't play anything for some reason here. Is it being blocked by my... This is being blocked by one of this stuff. It's being blocked. Working. Okay. Up. Okay. Is it already ending? God damn it. Already ending. Okay. We have this installed. I'm logging in. Go to your browser to log in. I'm opening like a desktop right now. Can we just open Spotify, please? Why does it have to be? Okay, fine. I'm gonna type. That's good enough. Okay. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, bitch. Can't. Oh wait, maybe I have to log in. It doesn't work. Did I actually use? Oh my god, I actually used it. Continue the But okay. Get in here now, please. So I can...
This
can't...
episode of Distract.
Okay, it works. But how do I see?
Distractable is brought to you by J. Crew. If you're
Skip.
Greens.
Skip.
Good evening, gentle.
There you go. I'll get full screen. Okay, we're gonna change it up. It's gonna be weird, but I really wish. I really wish I would have rather seen this differently, but that's all I can do for now. So we'll close this now and I'm gonna replace it with this one. This is Spotify. And this is what we're going to be listening to.
Gentle listener, and welcome
What the
to
fuck?
Distractable.
You can't see
For
anything?
this week, the gents become
Wait.
utterly in.
Why is it like that? I can't see anything. Wait. What's the point then? Like, I can't even watch anything. Wait. Maybe I have to reset it. You're supposed to at least see something. Wow, they're
Intractable.
using
It's
some
all
kind of
phenomenally
technology
cunning.
to prevent me from sharing, which is annoying. Of course, that's how they do it. Maybe if I change it up. No. Thing is happening. Also, I can't seem to play anything. Okay, so I think what's happening here is they're using some kind of system to prevent the ability to share, which is kind of annoying. I hate that. But what can you do? Okay, so I guess no distractable then. Okay, whatever. Oh god damn it! I turned off my turn on my Google. If you don't know, my Google's browser right now is kind of weak right now. This should work. Please tell me. Okay, it works. Okay.
Welcome to.
Okay, maybe now I can do it. Give me a second. Let me try this. Less. Can I? Notice.
Gentle listener.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try this one now. Let's see if I can actually see it through. Oh, well, this is so annoying.
And welcome to Distractable. For this week, the.
Yeah, I can't even share it. I can't even share it. What the fuck? What stupid fucking... Oh yeah, they're using anti-sharing abilities. Really stupid. Okay, well I guess I have no choice but to share something else. We're gonna use this one. Fuck it. This is me out of spite. I'll share this one instead. Yes, this is a femboy music. Okay. Anything else? Oh god. How is it almost 1:30? What do you mean? It's 2:30 for me. ending? Shit. Oh, that was. Oh shit! Yeah, this one. How about this one? So, oh, actually, can I even play this? I think it's okay. We're gonna watch some reaction videos. It's one thing that I like actually doing is yes, I used to do reaction videos. I'm still doing it technically. Not as common anymore. But I myself do watch reaction videos. So oh, da, 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 da. A Lila of the Wind. Let's see. You're watching. Wait. First one she made a reaction. Maybe, or maybe someone else. Oh, come listen. They all blend the same. Blending the same. And Fire Festival. Yes. You. No, wait. You're the same person. What the fuck? You look the same. Not good enough. Whatever. Fire Festival it is. Didn't mean to save it.
Hi. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and the kids who mothered themselves. Either way, regardless of your situation, you're very strong and we love you.
Hi there.
Hi.
You're probably wondering how I got this tan.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me tell you the story. It begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarland.
Every time I hear that
He-
name, I thought
hold
it
on,
says
wait.
Billy McFart.
He looks so disgruntled. Look at that side eye like, how dare you witness my face?
Billy McFarland. Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule.
Wait, can I do
Translated
this
from German, I
thing
believe it means yes, rule.
called like?
Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event. Mr. Rule.
Yeah, I can do this
said,
one.
I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? Woo. I'm like, yo, this nigga too wild, fucking his bitch. Woo.
Precisely. Great minds think alike.
Wait, what?
I gotta go sleep. Cut. Yeah. Okay, thank you for hanging out.
Of just having a stroke and being casual with the boys. I don't know what just happened.
It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas. Mr. Rule. Promotion began in late 2016.
What?
Fire promised beaches.
One of America's
ladies,
best-known home
gourmet
goods stores
food,
is
luxury
dead.
village,
Bath & Beyond.
hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fire Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar. VIP tickets up to
I don't know who Pablo is. Just wanted to mention that.
$250,000. Swimming pigs.
Swimming pigs. All right. I'm won over. All right, that's it. That's all I needed. I'm ready. Where are the tickets, boys?
Blink 182. Major Laser. A steel drum. Welcome
Ooh.
to Fire.
Steel drums sound so nice. I want one, but they're really
I
expensive.
downloaded.
Welcome to Fire Festival.
No, I have
The
not.
best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately. The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport,
I'm
and there are
downloading it.
huge delays to get to Fire Cay.
Hey.
Although I shouldn't say Fire Cay, because it
Oh my
doesn't
goodness.
exist.
Faster.
Uh-oh.
In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population, 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a Sandals resort. In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents. Remember those promises of luxurious villas? Pranked ya. Enjoy your stay, and don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice.
What?
Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom, so staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all.
Jeez.
Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun. Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
Oh no. What?
In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila.
Wait. How is that a solution? Are you just hoping they get so drunk they don't notice how hungry they are?
This only exacerbates problems. Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable.
Oh, I
as
just
promised.
saw that guy recently.
Gourmet craft single there. A few
When I
hours
was
later, the bags arrive
working,
on a shipping
I
container.
saw him
It's
in
getting dark
like the
and there's
public
no light.
television. I'm
So
like,
everyone's
that's
walking
fucking.
around with their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen. But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock. There are rumors of muggings by the locals.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire.
What? What is going on?
The closest beach has a rampant shark problem.
Wait,
Staff
really?
don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom. Many staff quit after only a couple of hours. For a few customers who were willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place.
Okay, so I guess I can get that one.
So did they just lie about him being one of the acts?
The event was promoted as cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their fireband, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's. And for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport, and the rest were forced back home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival was closed. But the exodus from the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building.
Oh my god. I heard about this a few years ago, and what I didn't understand is just how they even convinced this many people to show up in the first place. I mean, what was the original number of people that was supposed to come? Wasn't it supposed to be a few thousand, like 5,000, something like that? But then only 500 actually went? Like, are these the 500 people that were like a little too trusting? Or what? Like, I don't understand.
Why staff locked the door isn't entirely known. But one girl fainted before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home, and that was the end of it. Except for me. I was rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods. Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up. The Reddit Fire Festival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event. People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment.
So question, if this was a real tweet and this is what actually happened, would he have gotten in trouble for it? I feel like he should have still, because it would have been false advertising, right? But I'm just curious. Also, this is hilarious.
Some wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly turned into a marketing case study of what not to do. In response, Fire started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them.
What are you gonna do now? It's too late. The damage has been done. I mean, I'm sure people have photos and videos of your actual event. Like, what are you gonna do? Tell people that they can't, quote unquote, promote the experience of your event? Like that, you did a shitty job. What do you expect? I don't understand these people.
Mr. Rule released an official statement online, both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault. Interestingly, he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund. Or you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fire Festival.
And a VIP ticket to next year's Fire Festival if they decide to go.
I don't know, man. That doesn't Doesn't seem worth it after how this one went. Ugh.
Meanwhile,
God.
Billy is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
But the apologies weren't enough.
I mean, also, couldn't you have just told people beforehand and been like, hey, sorry, this thing happened last minute. Don't take an airplane to this island for this experience. It's actually not going to happen because we don't want to give people a shitty experience. We'd much rather you just wait till we can actually do the event properly. Like, what?
A few days later, the first lawsuit was served.
Attorney Ben Misalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more. Then the feds got involved, claiming Billy had committed wire fraud, serious charges with serious prison time. More on that later. But first, right now, let's go into the history of Fire Festival. The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers. Instagram.
I understand that influencers have their place, but I really don't like influencers. Because from what I can tell, like they're not actually invested in the well-being of their audience. They're just like, let me have a certain appearance or put on this certain idea of who I'm supposed to be and what my lifestyle is. And then when enough people are impressed by that, then I redirect them to something that may not even be reputable because complete strangers are sometimes trusting of other people. I really don't like influencer culture. But that's just me. I don't know if that's a hot take or what. But especially on Instagram, I feel like there's a lot of people out there who aren't actually caring about their audience.
Celebrities. And they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event.
Copyright music.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of people who will take $250,000 to promote anything. And this is why I don't get very invested in celebrities. Unless, like, they prove over a long period of time they actually give a damn.
It's
This
actually
is
working.
normal. This is normal, sadly.
The marketing worked,
got
the festival sold out. So how did it go so wrong? Let's start with the money. During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
Okay, so first of all, I feel like that's too much money. Secondly, if you wanted to do that, you should have just waited a year and done it right.
Separate. There we go.
This is after they made all the promises, and they had nothing near that amount, so they started cutting expenses way back. Remember those luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent.
It's a
deposit
compiled.
Nope. Food,
why doesn't get the
staff, all were cut back.
I have two hands here.
But you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out?
Compiled
It's
done.
the price. It was way too low. Now wait a minute.
A low price for a luxury festival? Like, that by itself should have been a big red flag. If someone was like, luxury festival, and it was really affordable to go, I'd be like, that's shady.
Up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can thank fake news for that
Where did I put it?
You see that number repeated
Where did I put it? It should be in here.
Actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200. Which, if you think about
it's in my other
$2,000 with practically all of your expenses taken care of, that's pretty bloody good.
It is. It's too good. It sounds too cheap.
In fact, some tickets were as low as $500.
6 months ago, got together.
Yeah, that would have tipped off my red flag detector right there.
And got the early bird special for about $500. And this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
How on earth were they going to break even with that? They weren't. And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the fire bans. It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead up to the event. But this wasn't even close to enough. Practically broke, and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing. But
he didn't listen because he's a good boy who knows what he's doing? Aw.
thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't. So he insisted on going forward. Those staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the fire festival?
Yay.
I don't like being angry at people or anything. Like, maybe she didn't know what she was signing up for, but at the same time, you deserve that because you didn't know what you were signing up for and you promoted it anyway. Yeah, so...
So, Billy and Jar are in some
That's
serious trouble. But let's please have
Okay.
one failed festival that has a sequel. Well, Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent.
No clue what we're watching.
Massively in debt, and with
But you got
never
Kinrado.
paying it back. Fire went into
Okay.
voluntary.
Yeah, I'm a dude.
And that
So
is the
what's
end
happening
of
here is
Fire
this.
Festival.
This is what's
I'll keep
actually
you posted
happening.
about
I'm
whether
working on
Billy is
stuff,
going
but
to
it's
jail.
but it's not safe for work, so I can't show it.
Wait, he's not in jail yet?
So I'm
Oh,
just
did
listening
he?
to
Hold on. Wait, I need
stuff
to know this.
The background.
Let me Google this.
I don't know
really
why I
quick.
can't. Yeah, I'm
Hold
just
on.
listening to stuff in the
Hold
background
on.
while I work on shit.
McFarlane
So
was
yeah.
released from prison in 2022 after doing 4 years
Oh, so this one has
of a
full
6-year
clothing.
sentence
Yeah,
as a
it doesn't-
result of pleading guilty to charges. I don't know, man. Is 4 years enough? Billy Warren's Fire Festival 2 is finally happening. I don't know how I feel about that, man. I don't know. I feel like that was a really big disaster. A person like this shouldn't be allowed to have a sequel event. Like, he should just not be allowed to host major events. That's cringe.
So long, Fire Festival. You were too beautiful,
Too beautiful
for this world. And as for me,
for you. Me,
I mean, I think it was just,
time to go home.
a dumpster fire.
well, it's time to go home.
No.
No! Internet historian. So cringe, so cringe. I heard about the Fire Festival years ago, but didn't realize how bad things really were. I mean, I heard it was incredibly underwhelming and, a scam. But hearing about the marketing behind it, it makes so much
Oh,
sense. It's not only a
this
case
is-
study, I think, in like what not to do for
Practice.
marketing, but I
Complete
also think that it's a kind of really important story for consumers, just for the average
Body
person
move.
who's thinking about spending a lot of money on, big promises that people make.
Okay,
I
it
think
works.
now more than ever, people
Oh.
have to be cautious and not necessarily believe their
They
favorite
all look like
celebrity
shit.
when they promote something, because as much as you may want to believe a celebrity has your best interest at heart, a lot of them sign on to things that they don't fully understand. And not just for the money incentive either. And I'm sure for many celebrities, the money itself is enough, but I think
Yes,
people just don't do their research. And, maybe it's, something that was brought to their attention through a friend of a friend, so they just trust people blindly, just like how the fans may trust celebrities blindly. And I think it's just an overall lesson in do your due diligence, do research, be cautious. There's nothing wrong with a healthy level of skepticism.
Okay, let's see what's happening here.
What if you could
Multiplayer
keep
gaming feels so stale.
your favorite multiplayer?
Yeah, I see the posts you make about your games. You do. You can't wait to. It looks interesting.
Game from your
Yeah, thank you very
childhood
much.
alive forever. It's safe to say that almost anyone would take this opportunity to make their most
I'm
nostalgic gaming
Miles.
experience last even longer. The concept of a game being supported for
Acting.
so long with new content like
Textures do not
maps,
exist.
modes, and events sounds almost too good to be true.
Where's
And
textures?
that is because it is. So let's talk about the dark compromise
the
of the
textures? What's
long-lasting
wrong
live
with you?
service games
I don't
that
see the
dominate
textures.
the space today.
Where did the
The
textures
live
go?
service
Ah.
model has slowly engulfed the market, replacing the seemingly
Oh, I
endless
know what
installments
happened.
of new games with an evolving platform that's supported with regular updates and overly
extract
monetized, with things like
zip
battle passes,
files.
in-game shops, and other ways to
Yeah,
monetize the consumer.
me
that
being a
all
dude is
goes
much
to
better.
line the
It makes it
pockets of
better. Yep.
publishers. This brings many
Alright.
unforeseen downsides to titles, leading
Here's the
some
model.
fans,
Here's the
including
textures.
myself, to wonder whether live service games were worth the switch. But before we go into why and the history of the live service game, first let's throw it over to our sponsor. Grayman Lifestyle was generous enough to sponsor this video, and for that, it's important to briefly note how we got here today. But before we do that, what does live service even mean? Well, it's actually pretty simple. In general, this is many of the multiplayer games that we think of today. Apex, Fortnite, Warzone, Fall Guys, take your pick. The concept is straightforward. Provide seasonal updates that add new content to the game, along with smaller content drops in between seasons, whether that is limited time modes, cosmetics, or sometimes just balance updates. This is all funded by battle passes, which allow players to unlock various items, usually only cosmetic, both through paid and free tracks. On top of that, there is usually a store that sells additional cosmetics, usually at pretty high prices, or in the case of COD and DMZ currently, they literally sell pay-to-win bundles. This applies to the standard multiplayer live service, but there's also various
God damn it, I have to convert all of this into I don't
even single player live service.
I have to convert all of this into
fuck.
I don't feel like doing it.
I don't know who's asking for.
Can I just do it in SFF? Fine.
Before the live service model that we're familiar with today, what most people would consider the original live service model was the MMO. These were mostly at the time based on a subscription model that would provide funding and profits to keep the game going, along with the sale of expansions for the big content drops. Some of these MMOs would even forego the sale of expansions and the base game, and instead go the route of free-to-play with cosmetics or various other things that you could buy in the store, like level boosts, character transfers, and various other items. While it isn't the first and by far not the only MMO that went down this route, many people look back at World of Warcraft as sort of the leader when it comes to this model, as many companies
what's your favorite genre of games?
Success of World of Warcraft, leaving a massive graveyard of dead MMOs in its wake. At this time, standard multiplayer games still usually utilized a more DLC and sequel-focused approach, where you would drop a game, generally equipped with a campaign and a multiplayer, then you would go on to add a few DLC map packs or DLC game modes, and then you would move on to the sequel. This would eventually change, though, as Daddy Valve would be one of the first to adopt a sort of live service model into their game Team Fortress 2 with the Gold Rush update. This update added in new weapons and cosmetics that the players could unlock through in-game achievements, but further updates would begin including monetization options, most notably loot boxes and keys. Say hello to the world of TF2 hats and cosmetics. This would eventually turn Team Fortress 2 into a completely free-to-play game, with updates funded purely from these loot boxes that would be included in the updates. And this led to TF2 being one of the early AAA titles to go free-to-play in this sense. Eventually, more Valve games followed suit, like CSGO and Dota 2, while another big competitor at the time began heavily adapting the sort of Eastern free-to-play model to the Western audience with League of Legends. In this game, while the game itself was free, all of the characters that you would play would not be unlocked by default, causing the player to either buy them or spend a lot of time grinding the in-game currency.
And I
this
am
was not the only way the game made money, though, as
I just finished working 3 hours ago, and actually no 4 hours ago, and I'm still working now doing this stuff.
And other various items. Today, League of Legends has evolved into a much more complex monetization model, but for the time, it was actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah, let's see how
League would drop new characters on a regular basis, which incentivized people to buy them if they wanted to play the new character, or buy skins for the new
heavily modify
along
this.
with their big seasonal overhauls that would massively change up the game. Eventually, this led to more and more AAA devs testing out free-to-play style systems. Overwatch, while a paid game, went heavy into loot boxes, and so did many other games of that era. But eventually, one system prevailed, and it was the system that we see in almost every multiplayer live service game today. Seasonal updates, plus a battle pass, plus an in-game store selling various cosmetics, or sometimes even gameplay impacting items. If you take a look around, while some games slightly differ depending on how they adapt the model, pretty much every game is doing this, and more AAA games, especially on the multiplayer side, are going free to play. But even paid games tend to use seasonal models, often combined with a battle pass. Now that we have the brief, and I mean very brief, history of live service games out of the way, it's time to talk about the devious dark side of the system, as the more time goes on, the more I have grown to hate this model. At first, like I talked about, it seemed cool.
Yep,
More
the
free games
smoothing
and longer
notifications,
lifespans
turn
for
it
the
off.
games we enjoyed. Not too bad. But as time went on, you began to realize more and more of the negative impacts that this trend was having on gaming. For publishers, it makes total sense. Game development is no easy task, as we are frequently reminded of. So for a developer, instead of having to restart at ground zero, they just take the existing game, add some new content on top, and maybe rebalance some things that are a little bit out of whack. While seasonal updates and balance updates for games have caused them to kind of die out in the past, generally they are a much safer way to maintain the fan base of your game, as it usually takes many repeated bad changes over time for people to start really leaving. Something that a bad sequel does not have the luxury of, where it's possible that a developer would spend years working on a game only to put out a sequel that didn't hit with fans, possibly flopping in sales completely, and in the worst case scenario, dooming franchises as a whole. Don't get me wrong, these seasonal content updates are still a lot of work, especially for games that have ridiculous content drop schedules like Fortnite, but it is easier and much less risky than producing a sequel, or dare I say, a brand new IP. You just take what works and keep on milking that baby until the very end. And as we have seen from lots of these games, that timer that you can milk that game can actually be a really long time if you really hit the sweet spot. This leads to a lot of unfortunate downsides to gaming that heavily outweigh the pros of having games we love around for a long time. One of the most notable of these downsides is how many games have moved away from proper in-game progressions and instead replaced them with nothing but battle passes in the store. Sometimes if we're lucky, we'll get an overall level number, but in many cases, that doesn't even exist.
Most of the stuff I do is blindly jumping into it and then getting beat up by it.
Battle passes in a nice
oh wait, here's my tips, I guess. Also, I just realized that's a cutoff. Alright, so here's how you, I guess, quote unquote, get into stuff that usually, you know, that would be seen. Oh, that takes like a lot. Alright, so, what you do is you just jump in, get your ass beat up, and then you get spit out, and then you drag yourself back into it again the next day. But of course, that's not really. That's not really like that's not what I said. Instead, there's this thing that us Asians, because I'm an Asian, you know, there's this thing that we don't really know, we don't really understand, especially in America, known as venting. We do not vent from where I'm from. Or majority of Asian countries, we do not vent. We don't know the concept of the word vent. That is an American concept. Instead, we convert that into FU energy. And what do we do with that FU energy? Well, we use that FU energy just like wait, before I mention him, we convert that FU energy and we use that as a way to fuel ourselves to pretty much brute force anything we want to get done, just to prove someone wrong. And the best example of a person who is known for harnessing FU energy and actually using it to make themselves even better to the point that whoever made them pissed off in the first place becomes irrelevant. Markiplier Fishbot. Markiplier. So Markiplier, if you listen to his Spotify Distractable, he embraces fuck you energy. That's what it means. That's what the F means. He embraces fuck you energy, and he uses that to turn himself into a bigger man. And eventually, whoever pissed them off will eventually become irrelevant, and he doesn't even remember their names anymore. Same goes with me. I started doing SFM animations because someone said that I just do reaction videos. And that pissed me off. And then I started learning how to do SFM. And now I can do SFM. In fact, to the point that I actually started selling animations at some point. But then I got bored with it. And then I just moved on. I don't remember what I did with Blender. But I think someone pissed me off again. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna do this instead. And I did it, and now I'm doing Blender. So, So yeah, again, like venting is an American concept. Majority of the world, especially in Asian countries, we don't vent. We don't know how to. We don't know how that works. We only use that to become more powerful, and that is how I got into doing all this stuff. So eh.
To go and spend your money in. A side product.
Again, and here's another nitpick. I really do not understand why people who vent usually throw stuff or break stuff that they own. Like, what are you doing? Use that energy and become better yourself. Make yourself more powerful, and prove whoever they are wrong without even needing to tell them that I'm better than you now. Instead, you just show them that you're better, and then you just forget about them, because whatever they said doesn't mean anything anymore. So yeah.
Product of this is that content is also no longer the moneymaker for these companies. While content is what hopefully keeps people playing, things like skins and battle passes and other
I don't really like
or what is
live service skins. Like, why? Can we just get actual content?
Today in the live service world, content is usually free, outside of games which add in characters that sometimes require some sort of unlock. This is awesome in cases where the content is good, and usually those are some of the happiest fan bases. But there are cases where it seems actual new content is few and far between, or sometimes even bad, while the store and battle passes keep on flowing. Both Modern Warfare 2 on the multiplayer side and Halo Infinite recently have suffered this fate, and while hopefully both are on better content schedules now, for a while there wasn't very much being added to the game, and the stuff that was being added to the game wasn't really what people wanted. Cool fancy skins sell in droves and make bank for these companies. Valorant sells bundles costing over $100 a piece, or heck, take Valve alone. In the month of March of 2023, 39.5 million cases were opened just in CSGO alone, bringing Valve as a company over $100 million without adding a single thing into the game content-wise. It's just people opening cases, hoping for valuable skins. Now, Valve obviously is working on Counter-Strike 2, so that is going to be a big drop of content, and CSGO is a bit of an anomaly due to the secondhand market that the in-game skins have, but they are not alone in cases like this, where you can see just how much money is being made off of skins and microtransactions instead of coming from added playable content. While somewhat of an older story, in 2021, Activision Blizzard made a cool $1.2 billion from microtransactions across their various titles in just 3 months. Generally, good content does lead to players playing more, which leads to them buying more microtransactions, but that isn't always the case. And it's the fact that instead of having to produce valuable content, companies can now ship whatever as long as the skins are still selling that is a worrying trend. Prior to this, if a map pack or a campaign DLC for a game was bad, well, people just didn't buy it, which therefore incentivized developers and publishers to actually put out good work. Compare some of the map packs from the late 2000s and early 2010s.
Yeah, like I don't do that. Like venting is talking about you problems. That doesn't that concept does not. I do not understand that.
Or they wouldn't sell. Compared to now,
mainly because in Asian countries, if you try and say if you start doing that, they'll beat you up, and because that's seen as weak, and that's exactly what happened to me back in those days. So instead, we suck it up and we convert that energy into to be pretty much become Uberman. Pretty much is what I would describe it as. And yeah, that's pretty much what that's how I got into this mindset. Yeah, like I don't really like live service games. The only thing is like I'd rather just get a sequel. Yeah. I'd rather get a sequel. Or the closest thing to a live service that I'm okay with are expansions. I prefer expansions. And maybe DLC. Microtransaction is pushing it a little too far. But I'd rather it be expansion or sequel.
and you can clearly see in this department that the quality has gone down. Whether that's because the money now comes from somewhere else, or maybe just people are running out of cool ideas to make, is up to you. But the quality and difference is very glaring. You also have the big problem that basically every multiplayer game has gone this live service route, and all of them are competing for your time. While in the past you could sort of hop from game to game, playing whatever you want, in today's gaming market, this actually has measurable downsides. In many cases, these battle passes are not permanent and expire at the end of the season, whether that's 3 months or 6 months or however long.
No, I don't like any of those.
Now, this is
I don't like
Halo
skins.
Infinite actually does right,
Especially
as
skins.
You can
I
go
don't
back
like
and complete older season passes in that game. But what this means is that if there's a cool cosmetic or an unlockable that you want, you better be ready to spend a good chunk of time in a specific game, otherwise you're just not going to be unlocking those items. This isn't usually a problem if you're maining a specific game, but hopping between games means you'll just constantly be missing out on content that you'll most likely never see again, unless the developers are nice enough to bring it back and try and sell it to you again. The Battle Pass system is nothing more than a hamster wheel intended to keep you coming back, and back, and back, day in and day out, while milking as much money from you as possible, because don't forget, if you run out of time to unlock something during a season, you can always buy Battle Pass tiers. On top of the seasonal Battle Passes that you can miss out on by taking a break from a game, many of these live service games also run limited time events during a season, another thing that you will completely miss out on if you're taking a break from the game. And it's always up in the air if any of that stuff ever comes back. Fortnite constantly does insane collaborations with various different IP. For example, the recent Star Wars one that a lot of people are liking. But for all we know, this is going to be in the game for like 2 weeks and then gone forever, outside of some skins that people would have bought from the store. The whole system is built so that you never stop playing their specific game, because if you leave, not only do you miss out on a bunch of content, it's also that much harder to get back into the game. Another major thing that live service games have killed, and in my opinion is one of the worst outcomes of this trend, is that it's basically just killed new games and new IP. Think of all the biggest multiplayer games today. Apex,
I have to open all of this.
World of Warcraft, Destiny,
Okay, I'll open all of this.
etc., etc. Most of these have been around for years, just receiving new updates, which, yes, don't get me wrong, is very cool, but the days of constantly getting new titles from all sorts of different developers
I have to do it
is,
manually.
Well, dead if you're a multiplayer
1,
gamer.
2,
Instead,
3,
the goal
4.
from these developers and publishers seems to be to find a live service game that can be your cash cow and continue to just
16,
update that
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
24,
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
because you've most likely played all
That
the
work.
big titles,
Oh,
and you
God.
either didn't enjoy specific ones or you already played them a bunch and got bored of them. And instead of being able to look forward to tons of cool new multiplayer games, there's usually not a whole bunch of options, especially on the AAA front. So you often just find yourself returning to comfort games that you've played for years. There's the added complication to this that the new player experience for these live service games, especially character-driven ones, only gets worse over time. Take League of Legends as an example. The game launched with 40 champions, and as of today, the game has 163 unique champions in the game. Good luck learning all of those if you're a new player in any reasonable amount of time. Now, League is probably the worst case, but similar cases can easily be made for MMOs like World of Warcraft or MMO lights like Warframe and Destiny, which have continued to not only add new content over the years, but also various systems, something that can be very overwhelming for a new player, but can also be overwhelming even for lapsed players. Rainbow Six Siege is another game with what I like to call live service bloat, having 65 operators after starting with only 20. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not impossible to be a new player in these games, and generally the developers try to assist with that process, but there is no denying it is much easier to get into a new game from the ground floor than to try and jump into a live service game that has been around for years. In reality, live service does have its pros and cons, but it's probably also not going anywhere. While more and more devs are willing to create cool single-player experiences, for us into mostly multiplayer games, live service is just something that you're going to have to live with until the next big shift in gaming occurs, if that ever happens. So between a system built to increase retention and consumer spend, along with inadvertently making games harder
what's
to
the
get
point
into,
of
with
extract
less
all
and
if it
less
doesn't
new
extract all?
experiences coming out, well, multiplayer gaming
Yeah, never
can
mind.
just
It's
feel
just
bland.
another
Now,
thing
in
that can,
theory, the live service
pretty
model
much.
best fits competitive-orientated multiplayer games, but as
What's
I
this?
outlined, even in those games, it has its many downsides. However, it is worth noting that there is one major upside to the live service model, other than just the fact you get to play your favorite game forever.
Well,
Though at the
you
same
gotta
time,
control
this
it.
is an upside that many developers and publishers abuse, and that is that live service model games can be improved after launch. A bad launch of a game isn't 100% a death sentence, and in some cases, we have seen games improve and grow post-launch. Sea of Thieves, CSGO, and Rainbow Six Siege are some of the notable examples. But for every live service game,
Yeah,
that
like
is
here's the
able to
thing
make
though, like, yeah, those games are in terms of me, you know, I'm a selfish guy. I haven't played a single game. That is like, oh, this game is good now. I'm like, not playing it. Cause I got other things I have to do. I'm gonna check on my cat. Okay, check on your cat. And No Man's Sky is technically the only game I came back to go play after they improved it. But even then, it's like I played it and I'm like, it still feels the same. And then I stopped. So, can we just get a new? Can you just put your eggs on a different game or something like that? I don't know.
make a revival, there is a graveyard of games that never made it down that road, instead tripping up early on due to bad reception or just bad player drop-off,
Yeah,
and in many cases, those games end up just getting their servers shut down, never to be seen again outside of people reminiscing about said game. So is the live service model all bad? Well, not really. I still enjoy many live service multiplayer games today that I play from time to time, because that's pretty much all that exists in the multiplayer world. But I do sometimes miss the days of just getting a game, paying full price, getting all the content in the game, maybe buying a map pack or some other various DLC post-launch, and then just waiting for the sequel to see what we get. Let me know your opinion of live service games below. Do you like this trend in multiplayer gaming, or do you sometimes wish it was more of the old school style? I also want to give a huge thank you to all the supporters over on Patreon. You guys are the real legends that help support videos like
Okay.
One of America's
I used to work for Baba Beyond, by the way. Yeah, my boss, the CEO of Baba Beyond, killed himself by jumping off a building.
best-known home goods stores is dead.
Bed Bath & Beyond, emptying shelves as it could be edging closer to bankruptcy.
This is a classic tale of a failed brick-and-mortar retailer because of the issues with adapting to the modern consumer.
Signs are already out in the stores, everything must go.
Bed Bath & Beyond was unique because it was the first meme stock to go bankrupt.
And unless a new buyer emerges, it all comes to an end June 30th.
Bed Bath & Beyond got famous for these blue and white coupons, and it was almost like the Willy Wonka golden ticket.
And since it's 20% off, Mama gets something for herself.
People would really rely on those discounts for kind of these life milestones.
Let me guess, you're shopping for college?
Yeah.
Bed Bath & Beyond stores are in all 50 states, DC, Puerto Rico, and Canada. And its Bye Bye Baby brand, which is considered one of its crown jewel assets, operates in 35 states. To understand the company's downfall, we need to go back to its beginnings.
So Bed Bath & Beyond is a 50-year-old retailer. You could get furniture, you could get bedding, you could get kitchen supplies. And they had the types of name brands that consumers really wanted.
You'll be an amazing chef in no time. Bam!
One of the reasons that Bed Bath & Beyond started to struggle was that they were losing relevance in the e-commerce area.
What is this?
Oh, this is called offline shopping. It's like online shopping, but in real life.
And so what they did was they hired Mark Tritton, who was a former executive at Target.
Really excited to bring this new store to New York. It also represents the DNA of our remodels across the country over the next 3 years. I declare this Bed Bath & Beyond store officially open.
Unfortunately, Mark Tritton's tenure began right as the pandemic started.
What we're finding is that the pandemic has really accelerated the customer's relationship with digital.
At the same time, companies like Amazon were offering cheap goods delivered to your doorstep, whereas Bed Bath & Beyond was behind on an e-commerce strategy, and so they couldn't capture those consumers that were then locked down at home.
Yeah.
As As Bed Bath & Beyond started to come into financial trouble in 2022, this company was losing its partners like KitchenAid.
Wait.
So the company was laying off workers, cutting its spending, and closing down stores. But at that point, it was really too late just because it had such a large debt load and needed to pay back creditors in such a short time frame.
And that was really the beginning of the end for this brand.
Okay, that's
meme stocks really came onto the scene both on Wall Street and Main Street back in early 2021. A lot of that strength was because individual investors flocking to things like stock twits, Discord, YouTube, and Reddit were encouraging others to buy shares. And it really took on a completely different flavor in March and April 2022 when Ryan Cohen, the founder of Chewy and chairman of the board at GameStop, disclosed his stake in Bed Bath & Beyond. We saw investors really rushing into it, touting Cohen's position, and that really further fueled the gains.
The shares are up close to 200% this month.
You know, this is GameStop from a couple years ago, and it's happening again.
Just a few months after that filing, Cohen sold the shares. And that really left investors, especially retail investors, kind of whether it was time to throw in the towel and move on to the next investment.
I just wonder how much money was lost by people doing the meme thing with Bed Bath & Beyond.
As Bed Bath & Beyond was kind of at the brink of bankruptcy, it decided to make this effort to raise equity.
The company did a few unconventional offerings. One was selling shares at a discount to hedge funds that could then quickly sell the shares in the open market and profit. That kept the lights on for a few months. And then when that hit the wall, the company struck another agreement where they sold shares into the open market, further diluting individual investors who had been holding on for dear life, or hodl as they say. And when you look at the profits the company was taking from those share sales, they very quickly turned it around and gave it to creditors like JP Morgan. All told, short sellers made just over $1 billion, and retail investors who drove the shares over the last 2 years are left holding a basically empty bag, losing probably hundreds of millions of dollars.
Other retailers are already profiting off Bed Bath & Beyond's demise. Big Lots and the Container Store are accepting those famous 20% off Bed Bath coupons at their own locations. The bankruptcy will likely reward other big box stores as well.
Bed Bath & Beyond has a massive footprint in the U.S. At the time of the bankruptcy, the company had 14,000 employees in the U.S. and Puerto Rico. That being said, many of the employees, especially in the retail stores themselves, don't know how much longer they'll have their jobs or what their longer-term fate is once the stores are officially closed.
You squid, you can see it. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back. Hey, 10 more from you. No. No. Where the heck is all of my stuff? Where the hell is all the videos? Where's all the videos? Oh, it's new one. How it's done? In the light. What time is it? Oh God, it's already 3:15 in the morning. What's wrong with you? Time, please. Well, I'm working right now, and it's like I don't feel like I've done anything. Oh, ambiguous amphibian is always one of the best things. Let's go for. I always love the Sims video.
Growing up with The Sims taught me everything I needed to know about life. Managing my habits, social life, money, career, or so that's what I thought when I was a kid. Even after I've discarded so many gaming memories of my past, the series with its blend of emergent storytelling and outlandish writing and humor have always fascinated me as being way ahead of their time, and begged to return. I actually had to track down the physical discs on eBay to play this one. It's really difficult to find a way to play this game nowadays. So I feel that after all these years, I've finally earned the right to replay it. I was wondering for a challenge how I would manage my habits and my life to pull myself up by the bootstraps if I had $0 to start. We spawn into the neighborhood with nothing but an empty plot of land. Well, it's not truly empty. First we need to get rid of some trees, bushes, leaving us with only the non-negotiables, mailbox and trash can. Now's where the magic really happens. It's time to create our sim, the ambiguous family. The term family here means, just me, Brian, ambiguous. Now, if we're going to want to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, we're going to need a character who's active and extremely
There's so many
unique.
things I can say.
Basically, the American Psycho if he had to start out from scratch. A real lady killer, so to speak. We still have one problem, though, and that's the fact that we have still $20,000 to our name. Well, now it's gone down to $16,500. We'll need to make a few poor financial decisions before Brian moves himself in. So, to delete all of our money, we're just going to pay the exorbitantly expensive landscaping fees to build an Everest of dirt on our plot, and then demolish it. Well, $16,500 later and we're broke. But not only that, we've also massacred the grass that lived in our yard and made our home much less inviting than it was even before. All that's left is just one small, sad pile of dirt. And that's essentially what our protagonist is anyway, so let's begin. It looks like Brian isn't completely hopeless. He's at least got the newspaper and a magazine. So long as we stay on our property and clean up after ourselves, we at least maybe won't be arrested. I mean, technically it's not illegal to just stand there on a pile of dirt that you purchased in the middle of the neighborhood. We can wait here while we look for a job and, oh my gosh, someone's coming. Part of upward mobility in The Sims involves befriending the locals, complimenting them, shaking their hands, and tolerating them when they menace you with hand puppets. So after babysitting Mortimer, who is a sociopath, and being slapped by his wife, Bella Goth, I deemed it a poor idea to continue socializing. People are volatile. At least it was keeping me sane for now. The bigger question was, how would I make it until tomorrow? Before my first day of work as a slacker. This pile of dirt wasn't going to inhabit itself.
So he should basically like
the first day
live
of work.
on Empire of Dirt. Yeah.
To impress the boss
It's a
and make a
9-inch
good
nail
first impression. Despite starting with nothing, I'd been fortunate enough to inherit some magical supplies from the itinerant.
I'm tempted to just turn this into
emissions
emissions
to keep my mood
instead
up before
of
the first work day.
like
Geronimo.
Maybe I
ventured
should do
down
that.
the portal and
Maybe I
out of
should
my
try and do
property into one of the only public areas I was allowed to visit, the Carnival. Using the outhouse and the public sink were my only options. I spent the rest of the afternoon reclining on a bench, trying to avoid suspicion. Back home before sundown to meet the local cats. And then, a desperate night of sleeping in a paper bag by the side of the road. Who will care for the homeless? Off to my first day of work.
What
From
is
5
that?
to 10 a.m. it's busy, busy, busy. 90 simoleons, cash for a day's wages.
That's tough.
Unfortunately, enough to afford only the least expensive of
Okay,
chairs.
well that
So it's back
looks
into
like
the portal and eating
I'm
popcorn
gonna have to
or
manually
cotton
fix it,
candy
whatever.
to avoid or at least
Let's
stave
fix it
off
manually.
starvation. The truth is that you can fail this challenge if you don't feed
Okay,
your
where
sim.
is it?
It doesn't matter how much you wet yourself,
Oh,
sleep on the
no.
ground, or fail
Bastard.
to sit. In truth, it is a desperate struggle. If I didn't raise money fast, my sim would
That's a
start to
shoe,
break.
right?
The rich get richer, and the poor get children, or die trying. And The Sims
I hate
is a
this.
timeless allegory for the struggle
Okay,
of the
wait.
99% against the 1%, the haves versus the have-nots. At long last, I obtained a chair. My first possession I cherished and guarded like a watchdog.
map?
There were those who sought to appropriate my chair. Claire
Oh,
the
that- oh,
bear,
that's
that
map,
ursine burglar who ran like Naruto,
That's the one.
face forward to my trash. It's a rough world out there, and the poor are the most vulnerable, stealing from one another. Would you take more than just my trash? No. The Sims had a lot of weird
why the heck
NPCs.
is it
I spent the rest of the night
broken?
intimidating the local raccoons
I
and
really
ignoring
wanted
the
to
skunk
have that
squatting
work.
on my land.
Maybe I can
If I just
use
kept a
the
positive
tiny one.
attitude anyway, I could escape this poverty.
grab
At least I
this.
had a view of the stars. And
Guess
my
what?
needs would be
Textures.
slowly met.
Give me
Day
that.
2 at my
There.
job. More
It's
suspicious
much
leeching
easier
off
than
of
trying
public
to
utilities. And back home
fix
to
it.
return to my chair. For what furniture I lacked, I improvised. Working is fun, and the thought of things getting easier was a motivator to take my mind off of distractions. After all, what did I have to lose? I got it down to a beat. Work, mysterious portal, return home. And before long, I had raised enough capital to fund a couch acquisition. Not only could I sit, but also sleep. Now I had twice as many options, and by selling my magical equipment, I was able to pay the government my $16 of debt, then use the leftovers to fund a griddle purchase. Burgers, burgers, burgers! I was the king of burgers. I ate 6 of them, and then ejected lemonade. It was okay. Working is fun. I lost track of the days, meeting my needs, stifling the crying before I boarded the car pool for work, and before long, life improved. I got a TV.
Yeah. I think he's dying.
Every couple days, there was a new
Eternally,
purchase,
I mean.
helping visualize the many hours I had given to my job and making ends meet. Though life was stabilizing, I sensed complacency and began to feel like everything was becoming a treadmill. Get up, go to work, come home, repeat. In pursuit of this vague new life, I attempted to break out of the trend of keeping up with the Johnsons by staging my household furniture in unique locations to invite the curiosity of passers-by and hopefully start up a conversation, maybe some flirting, potentially a romance. I don't want to sound like I'm opposed to buying things. There's a silver lining to all this. In The Sims, your dreams can become reality for a simple dollar value.
You know what?
Eventually,
I'm gonna go
you
classic.
will be satisfied
We're
by
going
your
classic.
amazing
Fuck it.
furniture and all of the
Give me a
pleasure
second,
it
I didn't
brings
take
you
a
to
piss.
stand around in it.
You're back.
Potential friends will admire you for your new renovations, your bathroom, your kitchen, and beg to be invited over to behold your rising wealth. Bulbous in public. New lava lamp, new bed, new wall, housewarming party. They were all but passing tastes of an illusory consumerist oasis in the middle of a desert. Was I really making any friends? I guess what I'm trying to say is that it was a double-edged sword. But the wealth was beginning to seem irrelevant. I still had to work. My friends still hated me. I sometimes fainted on the ground out of exhaustion and couldn't even enjoy the fruits of my labor. Even when I won over $1,000, there was no chance to breathe and learn. I was too depressed, running a treadmill of poverty, hypnotized. Keep buying things until you fake yourself into the illusion of a better lifestyle. What I really craved was freedom. There had to be another way, a way to subvert the system. I began to forego my rich possessions and opted for a lifestyle of poverty like the Stoics. Would voluntary suffering give me any deliverance from any of this? And so it was that I lost all sense of time. It's a hell of a grind getting out of poverty. Months of another damn day, all just to live in a literal Hooverville. Yes, it seemed that the game was rigged. Until finally, one day the phone rang. Off a spurious investment, I received an unexpected windfall. 550 simoleons. I reinvested my winnings in an antique I purchased. The genie lamp. What I would learn is the single greatest item in the game. At less than 400 simoleons, the genies are nefarious, crooked beings who usually terrorize you, but if you cope with their trickery and misdoing for long enough, you just might get lucky. At first it was mostly evil and nefariousness, but I reinvested my winnings in, yes, more genie lamps.
I almost broke my model.
You can use each of them once per day. It's simply that broken. It wasn't long before I was summoning many, many genies to my backyard. But it wasn't that easy. When I wished for friends, I got enemies. When I wished for money, I got bills. Humiliating. But try as I might, I was determined to sweat my way out of poverty, no matter what it took. I stayed home from work, and in my pajamas, I summoned genie after genie after genie, until finally, treasure, fountains, billiard tables, TVs, you name it. I could resell it all to gain riches. My house became something akin to a Bitcoin mining farm, albeit with magical spirits. Fortunately, when I lost, I didn't lose much, and I could always recoup my losses. Anyway, it helped that the repo man in The Sims 1 makes a lot of mistakes. And yes, after a few months of this, I did effort my way out of poverty. I don't want to say that the meaning of life is having nice things, but, well, The Sims brings me back to a simpler time. A time when happiness could be bought for a price tag and give you bliss.
I don't know what that language.
And so, after an unhealthy amount of rubbing, I escaped that cell, and I embraced my new life, blessed by magical powers to achieve vast, offensive levels of wealth. Anyway, It was fun looking back into the past at this historic title. I hope you enjoyed, and special thanks to my patrons, who are both bulbous and impeccable. Until next time.
Let's go for can you survive? Can you survive being an artist? Artist. Yeah, there you go.
In The Sims, quitting your job and pursuing a creative passion for a living is an exciting adventure. But is it possible to survive living off the sales of your paintings alone? And what if you began the game as a starving artist without $1 to his name? I decided to put this idea to the test. Every sim has a set of skills: body, creativity, cooking, logic, mechanical, and charisma. Some of them help with career tracks. Others improve the quality of meals. And some of them, like creativity, can be used to actually earn money from household objects outside of the working world. For example, a sim who's good at mechanical skill can craft garden gnomes and sell those. Or the subject of
I don't know why I said it
a really
with
creative
such
sim
intent.
can stay home from work and earn money by painting all day, then selling the paintings instead of showing up
Oh,
to
they
a
actually
job.
do have them up. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. What's wrong with me?
Meet Jebediah Dingleberry,
Jebediah.
hopeful artist, embarking on his exciting
Jebediah's
journey
dead.
without $1 to his name. His only possession? A single easel. When you start off with your sim, all
Jebediah's gonna
stats
die.
are 0. Your needs are met. It takes about half a day of labor to finish a painting, during which time you gain artistic skill. Seems like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, if it weren't for the fact that the first painting sells for
Let me try this first.
$0. Because we had no creative skill to begin with. After a full day's work, 24 hours, we sell our second painting for 3 simoleons. But still not enough to survive by any means. Life is tough, and artists who are unable to entertain anyone have it even tougher. Unfortunately, this means that Jebediah will inevitably die of starvation.
Okay, let's just do it.
The rules of this challenge are 1, no jobs allowed, and 2, no spamming the genie lamp because it makes the game too easy. Fortunately, for every new resident,
yeah,
the
the genie
man
lamp is
delivers
kind of
some
boring,
supplies
so don't do
worth
the
a bit of
genie
money. Combining this with the vast $3 profits we earn
the
from
heart
our
of the
paintings,
spirit of the
we
challenge.
renovate our home and prepare to meet death bravely. Although this
There it
generation
is.
of
Okay, here's the
Jebediah
model.
the First
Let's
couldn't
see if
survive on art alone. What if Jebediah Dingleberry had left behind an heir? Meet Jebediah Dingleberry II, almost exactly the same as Jebediah Dingleberry I, suspenders and all. Perhaps aside from the new and unique selection of hat. Picking up right where his father left off, let's see if Jeb
Holy
II
shit,
can outpace
she looks
his father
good.
in the
You know, I'm gonna
economic
use
rat
this
race.
shit.
and
Fuck,
achieve
fuck
his own
whatever I
version
was
of the
doing earlier.
so-called American
Delete
dream.
it.
Move out
I don't
from his
give. Oh wait,
present
I
state
think
of
I need
living
them.
into a slightly less bad one, ready to hand it off like a baton to the next generation. Unfortunately, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and what started out with the best intentions quickly devolves into repetition of his father's mistakes. Jeb II, motivated by his father's grave, which he keeps beside his hand-me-down easel as a reminder of what will probably become of him, too. Paints only a little better than his father, and is still stuck in the economic trap inherited from his dad. But there's a silver lining. We can keep relying on the fact that we get a free delivery of magical furniture every time a new generation inherits the property. So although Jeb II will also die, he too will pass down a couple $100 more worth of furniture to his own heir. So it continues, and maybe you can feel it deep in your own bones too. That timeless struggle to become better, to build on the foundation your own father left for you. And your father's father, and your father's father's father. You know how this story goes. Jeb III's life was brief and regrettable, but not as brief and regrettable as his dad's. And with every line, there's always that strain of hope that somehow keeps it together. Like 50 Cent once said, get rich or die trying. So the generations pass. If we cannot evolve by passing down our genes, we can at least pass down the material wealth to our children, adding foundational meaning to an otherwise bleak existence, punctuated only by the creation of several mediocre paintings.
Actually, I want to look at
Jeb III is haunted by his ghostly
how about this? Let me just show you.
Into his dreams.
How about this? I'll give you a glimpse as to what I'm fucking doing. How about that? At least you get to see it, maybe. So I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing, a little glimpse of it, and then you get to see what I'm doing. Okay, maybe. Hoping that I don't make a mistake. Hey, what is that? Wait, I forgot to turn off. Hey, what is this? Hey, we got Misty here. Now, before we continue, we actually have the other. Hey, look at this other clothing machine. Gonna have to move her aside for a second. Okay, we got that one. This one. Okay. Yeah, it's all cool. Okay, now let me do what I was doing. Yeah, I kind of want to make yeah. Okay.
And stirring him from an already tumultuous slumber. It's not long before he joins his ancestors in an insignificant tomb. Jeb IV wears a hard hat to shield himself from economic adversity and trades out the grill for a fridge and a shower. After good fortune from winning the lotto, you'd think that would be enough to meet all his needs, right? Wrong. Garden flamingos make for poor conversationalists, and Jeb IV also dies of loneliness and starvation, albeit with more than his father started off. But at least Jeb V has a chance. No surprises here, a valiant effort. And mind you that I'm now in my 5th sim in a chain of people who are unable to feed themselves through art and take their supper with the graves of deceased relatives for social companionship. But at the very least, Jeb V was the final nail in the coffin, pun intended. He achieved fancy living and set the last foundations needed for the generation that would ultimately put it all together. Jebediah Dingleberry VI. It all comes down to this. Finally, a descendant of 5 generations of Dingleberries who has a leg up on the competition. And Jeb VI has something his ancestor didn't have. Man's best friend. Social companionship that will help him leap where his forefathers fell. It's not long before he's creating works of art selling in the 2- and 3-digit price range. Though haunted by multiple poltergeists, he remains focused on his tasks, and his work doesn't suffer when his house is in disrepair. A blessed man. Jeb VI uses this to achieve maximum creativity, a feat unparalleled by any of his ancestors. And he uses this to make over 300 simoleons a day. No easy feat, but how would he make up for his ancestors' sacrifice and restore the family name? Or would his ancestors' unexpiated tears be forgotten, only for their gray hairs to wither and be lost down in the underworld? And so it was on that day that I embarked on a quest. The only way to valiantly restore our fortunes would be to find a wife, and have offspring as numerous as the sands on the beach or the stars in the sky, and exploit them for their creative labor to obtain unfathomable riches, justifying the expense paid by my ancestors with their lifeblood. Fiesta time. I threw a party as a ruse to woo the local women, and how I did swoop among them. And how. There was Persephone Slagathor, or Tiffany Burb, both attractive, but veteran bores lacking in cosmopolitan substance. I cooked and I hosted, and I searched until it was love at first sight. Cassandra blew it. Was it her executive sunglasses or her sharp chrome plastic hairdo? Whatever it was, she was hot. Instant wife material. Well, I'm lying. It actually took 4 in-game weeks of constantly inviting her over, doting after her needs because people in The Sims 1 were needy. But let me tell you, that month flew by like a minute. It wasn't long before I popped the question 5 times because she kept refusing, and eventually she agreed. 1 time is all you need, and we hit it off splendidly, like 2 peas in a pod. The bride came with a sizable dowry that added to my painting commissions. But did she know I was secretly using her to create an army of young artists, rivaled only by the tragically short careers of 90s child actors, to avenge the deaths of my ancestors and prove that artists could make money from nothing? Time would tell. Baby time. Kissing, kissing, kissing. When a mom and a dad love each other very much, and the dad wants to abuse the family unit to force his children to paint and earn money, a baby is made. Young Dingleberry. I took care of the child, and for 3 days I
Okay.
boxed out Child
Looks
Protective
okay, actually.
Services whenever they attempted to confiscate my infant. I know this is getting really convoluted, but I wanted to find out if there was any feasible way to earn a lot of money. And I'm talking a lot of money in The Sims, from art alone. We're not talking about just getting by, we're talking about abundant wealth. Even if that means I need to raise 8 children and lie to them about how much I love them while subtly brainwashing them into becoming artists. So, seemingly overnight, I role changed from artist to manager. Why waste my time painting when I could train other painters to do my work for me? It's basic
now we have to
leverage,
deal with
folks.
this.
Simply raise one child, then train the first child to raise the next child you have for you. Soon, like a developing country, we were rolling in kids, raising other kids, all the while somehow possessing savant-like genius in their artistic ability, able to fetch hundreds of simoleons for their creative work, further solidifying my income and making me a magnate, an emperor in his own right. But at the same time, it wasn't easy. I had to keep my offspring penned in and prevent them from failing out of school or joining the military, or even just deal with the nuisance of Sonny, the tragic clown, a strange and dystopian entertainer who makes you the opposite of happy. Anyway, it was getting to be a bit much, I have to say, and I thought I had proven my point. The answer is yes. You can definitely make a lot of money in The Sims as an artist without a boss, but you'll probably go on a roller coaster of death and sadness, and sacrifice at least a few of your ancestors laying down a foundation, or inherit a small nest egg from which to start. But if you play your cards right, maybe you'll just meet that special someone, and then it's off to the loony bin with you. Well, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. A special thanks to my patrons, who are in the loony bin right now, and I'm gonna join them. Until next time.
Okay. Survival of... I'm tired. I love underground. Let's go underground.
The Sims 2 was my favorite entry in the iconic series. A bizarre world featuring aliens, mole people, Bigfoot, tax evaders, giant bugs, and any other number of outlandish enigmas that made it so memorable. So after I wrestled it into installation on my PC over the last week, I decided I wanted to try something I had never done before. Something that would help me relearn the game after playing The Sims 1. When I entered Desiderata Valley and designed my sim, I knew I would be working from the ground up this time.
Let me yawn.
It's the sinkhole challenge.
So tired.
Start in a pit deep below the earth and labor in any way possible to raise enough capital to escape back up to the wider world as a free man. But wait, there's a twist. Normally, there's no time pressure to complete this goal, but if I can't do it in about a year, my sim, Brad Pitt, get it? Will unfortunately advance to old age. Would I escape or die before time runs out in the pit? Okay, here are the rules. This is basically a starting with nothing challenge, except it would be too easy to start in an empty lot at ground level. That's for normies. So I went about the expensive task of defying the local homeowners association and lowered my property hundreds of feet below surface level. What remained was a square that showed exactly where my property ends. I began by puzzling over some of the blaring issues that were staring me right in the face. How would I retrieve the newspaper every morning, for example? Was it possible for other Sims to fall in and join me in my apparently Sisyphean task? Those were questions for later. I simply didn't have the time. There was still daylight and much business to attend to. So the life of Brad Pitt began with some bird watching. Not the Brad Pitt you're thinking of. This is the story of this Brad Pitt we're talking about today. The leader of the local HOA was beside herself. Not only had I changed the character of the neighborhood, but I was about to completely tear up the yard. You see, when you have only $1 in your pocket in The Sims 2 and you're unable to retrieve the newspaper to find a job, you turn to the only method of rapidly acquiring capital that's possible. Dig up the entire yard in an effort to unearth buried treasure. Untold hordes of bullion may lie beneath your very own home. So I subversively removed my shovel from my pants and began the excavation on the property that was rightfully my own. Neighbors be damned. How, after all, would they possibly arrest me? If they did, that would achieve my goal anyway. After a full day of digging to China, I discovered 4 spouts of water and fell into a surprise fit of narcolepsy. No treasure, but I uncovered 12 valuable rocks, 3 maps, 9 bones, and various sculptures with a combined sale value of 3,610 simoleons. Bingo. I bought the most expensive refrigerator because it's the only appliance I required to stay alive, at least for now, until the winter. But building is expensive in The Sims, and landscaping is even pricier. If I was aiming to escape from this abyssal fissure in the earth, I'd need to set my sights and aspirations on becoming a bacon bringer. Hence the suit and tie. Dress for success, even if you're a ditch digger. So I spent the first 24 hours rousing Brad Pitt from slumber whenever he fainted of exhaustion. At last, upon the break of day 2, I found enough resellable subterranean junk that I could afford the best of beds. The colonial ironwood. Look upon my wealth. Passers-by appeared surprisingly nonchalant at the spectacle that lay beneath. So between days 2 and 3, I continued my excavation. Most of the time it was just garbage and worthless debris, but I eventually dug up buried treasure. I sold it for 5,000 simoleons, well within my means to build a real house instead of just camping outdoors on display for pedestrians overhead. And the great indoors. Crappy table, expensive, ornate chair, sexy bathtub. These I exchanged my treasure for. As long as I kept buying refrigerators stocked with snacks, I wouldn't starve. So the next step on day 3 was to build upward toward the surface. I was still living at rock bottom, literally, and with the autumn ending soon, I'd need a taller house better capable of withstanding the onslaught of winter's snows. Perfection. So by day 4, I was a homeowner, sharing equity in that great enterprise we call America. My next ambition was to spend more time inside. After all, a man of such high society shouldn't be subject to back-breaking labor to earn his living. So I reinvested my treasure money into buying a computer. I would earn my keep by writing a novel online. The novel was about a fish with only one wish, a desire for world peace. In order to achieve world peace, he unfortunately fell into the trap of earning money to bring about his wishes. The entire rest of the book is just about a fish earning money. Notes from Underground. It has this cover. In the evening, I retreated to the sanctity of my new Zen garden, which I also purchased to overcompensate for the void of human interaction. I was chatting with babes online, sure, but in pursuing wealth, I was beginning to develop a bad habit of decadence, whereby I relied upon purchasing increasingly expensive items to cope with the stress of modernity. A psychological implosion was probably imminent. Nothing screams psychological implosion like having a rave party by yourself. So I embraced decadence on my way upward. New paintings, new bookshelves. I even used my aspiration score to buy a money tree. Yes, a money tree that I planted outside in my yard. It all went toward the purpose of making subsurface life seem more enjoyable and tolerable before I made it back up to the sidewalk, and all the dreams it promised. At last the snows fell, and I did what any single man experiencing a midlife crisis in his mid to late 30s on the brink of a violent fugue would do. Stayed inside and played SSX3 on my computer as I gradually raked in the dough from my money tree and best-selling novel royalties. Life is a Kafkaesque nightmare with a gradual upward trajectory. But anyway, enough side questing. I put that money to work with a 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor, but before I knew it, I ran out of money again, and I had reached the height limit on building, still woefully hundreds of feet well below the surface. I would need to resort to greater lengths to earn the money I required. I had a plan, but I'd need more money to set it into action. So I wrote another best-selling novel. The novel was about a ladybug. The ladybug moved to the city. One day, the ladybug discovered a clue, which led it to fight the evil alien overlord and save the city. It was rewarded by the mayor with a cash prize, and they all lived happily ever after. Thanks to my artistic storytelling genius, along with the supplemental income from the underground riches on my property, I was able to do the unthinkable and raise the largest mound of dirt beside my home. Huge and bewildering. When I couldn't get onto it, though, I just started building upward from the ground itself. An exorbitantly expensive pile of dirt, tens of thousands of dollars. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't the dirt I wanted, but it was the dirt I deserved. I grew a little anxious here. I was already halfway to becoming a senior citizen. Would I escape the pit before I became old and frail? Or make it out with the sanguine vigor of youth coursing through my veins? There was up the financial aspiration tree, a fountain of youth. The ultimate goal. Make it out into the world with both time and money. Yes, that made sense. So I prepared the yard for the landscaping needed to make my escape. To raise enough money, I excavated the last of the buried treasure and sold my house with all its furnishings and possessions. This gave me enough resources and space to raise the last ground and complete the spiraling labyrinthine staircase that zigzagged back and forth proudly toward the sidewalk, into the last tower, spiraling up the staircase, and finally out the door onto the grass, where I could step foot into my new life as a free man. And so I raced up the stairs, up the other stairs, and the other stairs, and the other stairs. At last, fresh air, free as a bird. A miracle. Like discovering my legs again for the first time. Even the most mundane of tasks were a joy. Placing the newspaper in the trash. I experienced all over again the fun of paying bills. The familiar, awkward, sidelong glances of passers-by. But my time was short. And like Cinderella's coach, transformed into a pumpkin at the stroke of midnight, so too did old age ravage the youth that I began that intrepid journey to the surface. Ah, woe betide. But while there's life, there's hope, they say. I spent the last of my youth to find a job and climb that tree of aspirations, learning skills, acquiring luxury goods, and making every single day count. If I achieved enough and averted disaster, I could secure enough money to drink the old age
Say something
syrup,
lewd
and
and manly.
just
Why do you want it to be in a
reverse the
manly
aging
voice?
process to wind back the clock on those lost days, once again spent underground. But any minute
How
now,
about you
I would get
I don't know.
I could
How
feel
about you
it in my
suck
bones.
my dick?
And before
I'm
I
not
knew
sure
it,
that. I don't know.
I was geriatric.
I don't know how to be
an
manly.
old coot.
I guess, I don't
Ironically,
know.
just when I earned the
As
anti-aging
manly
serum, but maybe I could make up
Do I
for
have to
lost
make my
time.
voice
The past
deeper?
was perhaps mutable. No one had ever proven the contrary. A couple shakes and I was already feeling younger, stronger, more virile. It seemed it was working. Maybe if I just drank enough until... Death is not the end. In the words of Gandalf the Grey, just another path, one that we all must take. Well, for what it's worth, the best things in life are long and challenging, and best look back upon with rose-tinted lenses a few years later. Well, thank you for striving in your splendid life and making every moment an adventure. Thank you, Brad Pitt with 1T. And thanks to my patrons, who each have the power of youth coursing through their veins right now. I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Until next time. EA Games. Challenge everything. This video is about survival. The Sims 1 was extremely difficult. Sims fly off the rails because they're hungry, tired, and lonely. So how challenging would it be to play the game with a complete house full of 8 children, unable to cook for themselves, hire maid and cleaning services, among a plethora of other handicaps? Who will be the most capable, powerful child? I got this idea from another YouTuber named SaryaFan93. The Home Alone Challenge. 8 children. No adults. Who will survive the cops, the nefarious clown, and the inferno? Day 1 commenced with a great deal of childish activity. Between 7 a.m. when we began and 8 a.m. when the school bus arrived, the children attacked the home, donning VR headsets and climbing like orangutans on the jungle gym, much to the disappointment of Mortimer and Bella Goth. Their new neighbors were not at home. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., school is in session. Then the youngsters returned home only to impede traffic for the angriest of bus drivers. It's all your nightmares in one. 8 children, unsupervised, like a psychological experiment in anarchy. The girls participate in team and relationship building exercises. Pushmeat and Flapaboo read books together. Octavia sits on the couch and stares blankly at both of them, not reading. This is neutral behavior, not really productive, but not destructive either. I've decided to just observe the children and make mental notes this first day. The boys engage in physical and competitive recreation, climbing on the outdoor playset, playing a risky game of VR, or fighting over control of the doorway like the Panama Canal. Dukakis played with dolls alone. Maybe he wasn't talking with the other
Okay, so
children,
she
but
does
at least he
stuff.
wasn't causing a mess either. The chips came out of the fridge. Since children cannot cook, there would be no stoving or microwaving of any kind. The only option on the menu is potato chips. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I decided to intervene and send Flapaboo to the backyard telescope, a broken and overpowered item that can make your kids from stupid to smart in The Sims. The evening continued with video games, then swimming, then video games after swimming, and concluded with a midnight snack of, yes, chips again. Finally, at 7 p.m., Dukakis, Cornbread, and Peabody decided to embark on a productive hour of finger painting, very profitable at about 13 simoleons. Around midnight, the house was a mess, and someone had broken the sink. No one took responsibility, so Pushmeat took it upon herself to swab the poop deck. It's a school night, so bedtime's at 3 a.m. The sun rose on day 2 and everyone sprang out of bed, somewhat rested, but still full of childish energy from the first day. Only Cornbread missed the bus. He spent the day peering into the telescope, looking to the skies for answers, while his peers wasted their time at school. I'm not lying, if you just keep your children at home in The Sims and have them look out the telescope all day, that's basically homeschooling them. Upon arrival home, the stupid children stood in front of the bus again. After about 24 hours of a childish explosion of pleasure-filled activity, the reality of life without grown-ups begins to set in. Mood decays. The alpha male claims his territory on the other boys. Weaker betas. Peabody is a slob. I decided to have Flapaboo call in a pizza to help rally the children, who are incapable of preparing a large meal to feed one another. I also called the cops to make sure we could get support in case anyone attacked the house. It was becoming clear to me that well-behaved and upright children like Pushmeat or Cornbread were capable of a productive existence in the adult world, able to act convincingly mature on the phone and receive pizzas from delivery men, or even just take care of the other children. On the other hand, maniacs like Huckleberry spawned chaos by staking claim of a corner in the bathroom, like a troll under a bridge, and prevented the other children from accessing the shower, sink, and toilet. Garbage piled up. There was still a child in the pool at 3:48 a.m. Dawn rose again on the third day. Dukakis ordered a pizza an hour before the school bus would arrive. Lunacy, but also a pretty baller idea. The school bus came and went. At 3 p.m., the unwashed and unhappy children arrived home to discover the arrival of Sonny the Tragic Clown, a classic Sims NPC, the nefarious visitor who arrives when you and your Sims mood drops too low. Most clowns cheer people up. Sonny is a real Debbie Downer. He upsets people by trespassing and participates in suspicious, borderline illegal activity. It started with innocuous but creepy behavior, like leaning over people's beds and coughing on them, or standing in a vital doorway and crying. He's annoying, and he makes everything worse. Bounded neither by night or day, at 3:53 a.m. he was still active, party bombing the kids and disturbing everyone's slumber, then obstructing more pathways with his stupid clown body. I tried trapping him in a room with panels of sheetrock. Too bad. He teleported away. What about separating the children's bedrooms? That might work so he couldn't party bomb all of us again and wake everyone up at once. Of course, this also meant that he could physically trap people in their cells by crying and coughing in front of them, which he did. I tried to ensnare him at a pool party. I failed to trap him. What about calling the cops? That didn't work either. Law enforcement is powerless against a slippery clown. Even the children with the highest executive functioning skills simply gave up on a good night's sleep. They did better by settling down in the backyard and lying prone to rest. And so Sonny continued his reign of terror, physically preventing Huckleberry from attending school after an entire night of coughing out the window by his bedside. So after one final session of virtual reality, Huck was unfortunately forced off to join the military due to his lack of attendance and failing grades. Roaches. Garbage. When Sonny picked up the children when they arrived home from school, I knew it was time for a counteroffensive. If anything, a clown can't resist a good birthday party. So I moved the table and chairs outside and constructed a shack around them, even hanging up his portrait on one wall to recognize him as the guest of honor. Cake was purchased, gaiety was planned. Whose birthday was it? Well, it had to be, the kid with the lowest grades. Celebration! Cake eating! Sonny was seated nice and deep in the room where the festive birthday firework was launched at the carpet. Pandemonium. Several piles of ashes and unfortunate visits from the Grim Reaper later. Sonny narrowly escaped his physical demise. But, as every good Sims 1 player knows, art imitates real life. If your smile's a frown, then down with the clown. What I'm trying to say is, if you burn the portrait, that destroys his soul. Sonny was finally defeated. Gone forever. Speaking of which, we were also down to only 4 of the remaining participants. All of the surviving children were smart, but the rough home situation had prevented them from attaining a higher GPA. Peabody had a D, and in a bad mood was in the express lane for military school. You see, even if you go to school, but you're in a bad mood, you go down 1 notch of a letter grade each day. That's just how the American educational system works, folks. Who was the most powerful child? I decided to interfere and turn up the heat in this metaphorical oven a bit more. After all, necessity brings out the true nature of people's character. So I squandered the last of the money on ordering a deluge of pizzas to our doorway. Pizza, pizza, pizza. On the one hand, this would coat the entire home in a layer of delicious cheese and allow the child capable of eating the fastest an opportunity to sprint ahead of his peers and stage an exciting comeback at school. On the other hand, it would galvanize the other children, unable to eat as fast, and starve them of vital pizza required to maintain a high GPA. So I staged this evolutionary experiment. The board was set. I demolished the entire house to have enough money for what would come next. The perfect arena to test my Sims mettle. All the best furniture. 1 for everyone. 3 golden toilets. 3 VR headsets. 3 fine chairs. 3 fridges. And defense of caring, loving teddy bears to shield them from sadness and adversity. With a robot butler and a skeleton maid, which child could pull herself back from the brink and come back without failing out of school? Conversations were had. Games were played. Telescopes were looked into. Refrigerators were reached inside of. The first 2 girls saw off Lil Debbie in short order. She couldn't take the heat. 1 more failing day of bad mood at school, and she was off to the academy. But what came next, I didn't see coming. Sabotage and skullduggery. Pushmeat drained the other girl for her social meter, then boxed her into the bathroom with a bad mood, so that she was the only one to go to school able to pass the class, barely with a D-. Textbook takedown. One of the most brutal backstabbings in Sims history. Pushmeat was, indeed, the most powerful child. Anyway, time to save. I don't know what I'm going to do with this or the rest of the neighborhood where I've completed all kinds of bizarre science experiments in this game, but she's destined for great things, I'm sure. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks be to my patrons for allowing a constant stream of pizza delivery men to leave Italian cuisine at my doorstep each day. I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Until next time.
Let's go for
challenge everything.
Nope. 100 years SimCity.
There are a few games out there that inspire more creativity than SimCity. I fondly remember my 11-year-old self struggling to balance a budget and grow a city on the Super Nintendo, failing but always coming back twice as diligent the next time. The franchise ignited a love for architecture, design, and planning in me as a youngster. And still to this day, legendary game designer Will Wright's bizarre and wonderful universe, dark and hilarious in its world design, are one of my fondest gaming memories. I was wondering if I'd gotten any better many years later, so I decided to undertake the creation of a megalopolis, the goal of the original SimCity in 100 years of urban development. The world begins at year 0 with natural disasters. There were so many absurd and ridiculous ways to torture the denizens of your city that somehow brought me great joy as a child, and I used it liberally to get the creative juices flowing. For the beginning of our city is where I have the most anxiety. It's where I would always fail as a kid, and you can make the most mistakes, those which will reverberate out into the rest of your city's history. Rightopia. No city can exist without power, and so before we begin zoning this monstrosity of a civilization, we need a cheap way of getting started. It's coal power for now, but we'll move on to that bougie wind power later on, where to put the coal power plant that poisons our air and water, leeching away the life of our children. Of course, on the very edge, the city limits of Wrightville, right near the people of Audianapolis, just outside of Indianapolis. I dislike both cities and their people. Wrightville is born. We zone more factories to send our pollution their way, some farms, a commercial district with a bunch of scammy car dealerships. That's all we can really afford right now. And then our housing. Ah, the fresh new feeling of a zoned city, ready to move in. And wowzers, we've spent a lot of money on all this zoning. The year is 0 AD. Population, 0. We've just completed our zoning and it takes everyone, not gonna lie, about 4 months to move in. Yeesh. The first developments are humble. Little factories, impoverished hovels, an orange grove. We have no education at all. Everyone is a dingus. But despite our dingus-ness, we get started anyway, because nothing ever gets started just by talking. Year 0 and we hit the ground running. Housing developments. Some among you would be inclined to call it a rural backwater. I shudder to say, you wouldn't see the roaring demand waiting to be fulfilled by our developers. As if overnight, suburbia sprang up. More housing, agriculture. The first year ended. Our 60,000 simoleon investment was finally putting those taxpayer dollars back into our pocket. Droves of new families relocated to our town. Most of them were, to be fair, uneducated, willfully stupid ignoramuses, but they were Rightopians, and Rightopian means growth. And if you don't take my word for it, just look at our cows, literally materializing out of nothing in order to join our town. Unfortunately, Rightopians were not the smartest. Intensely dense people. The whole town was rampant with dumb. So we constructed an elementary school and a high school to try to beat the stupid out of them. Scholars walked in the parking lots. Rightopia was finally growing, but only under the watchful vigilance of a frugal mayor, willing to slash school budgets to ensure the continued financial appreciation of the town. Crime was scarce, but apparently being committed randomly in beet fields. And of a sudden, the town's residents grew smarter, attracting wealthier neighbors and necessitating the urban transformation of farmlands into factories. The waltz of progress is lopsided, and we continually switch back and forth from residential project to industrial project, ever reaching higher with continued investments in the brains of our people. Those first 10 years of our city's existence, we were finally shaking off the plight of stupid from our people and paving the way for a new upwardly mobile path toward metropolis. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the neatest urban planner, but what I lacked in polish, I made up for in chutzpah. The truth is that the more you can do to attract those juicy taxpayer dollars, the more you're willing to cram them in there, even if that means bringing them in with 4 copies of the same pizzeria on one block. But for now, the car dealerships were the scammiest. The lawyers, the shadiest, and the entire government structure horribly corrupt. Do you have what it takes to grow a literal mountainside to a sprawling development of tens of thousands? It takes a shrewd businessman to trick this many people into doing something. And so the pigeons flooded to our town, poor drivers and all, shining citadel of hope. Cram them in there. That was our city motto. We had hospitals, or as I like to call them, hootspitals, hootspa-copters. Our city was truly turning into something awesome. Water treatment plant, air pollution, water pollution, particulate poisoning, rampant crime, cram them in there. That was the name of the ball game for those first 30 years or so. Even if my advisors scorned me, because I'm such a great, selfless person, I decided to go to any lengths, even if that meant leveling entire city blocks to do what was necessary for the greater good of the town. We established a water system and went hard on dirty, bad industry. If your industry was too dirty for our city, too bad. We would simply demo the entire building after it was built, workers inside, to send a message to any more dirty, bad industry money men of the world that they were not welcome here in our town. We even raised taxes on them to keep them out, and it seemed they kept coming back. But after we surrounded the coal power plant with parks, it seemed we were starting to attract the types of manufacturing and high-tech industries that would actually help our population and make real progress. When traffic was rampant and my advisors were livid, I leveled 40 city blocks without any prior notice or warning. But I wasn't about to let red tape or regulation get in the way of improving the city. Alternate solutions were sought. An entire city block of unemployed people? Simply threaten them with eviction, and to repave their homes with more car dealerships if they don't get work within a couple of hours. That was our other city motto. Work or else. Naturally, there eventually came growing pains. Around mid-century, we had used up all the available space on our one plot of land. Where to go next? Of course, the obvious solution was staring at us in the face. Drink the ocean. We embarked at once about the exorbitantly expensive process of replacing all of the water with land. Ultimately, my best decision as mayor, and the one for which I'll doubtlessly be remembered for a long time to come. Earth is flat. Don't question it. I'm not saying that the entire original city was just a ploy to collect taxpayer dollars in order to pave the way for the actual city once I realized that I had made many grave errors. But let's be honest, if you were playing, this is the point at which any normal person would have simply started a new town. Rightopia was somehow different. I doubled down, moving my mayor's house smack dab in the middle of my new developments. A grid of avenues for the new oceanless town where I would oversee the developments. Celebration was had with fireworks. I erected a statue of myself across the street from my home.
I'm not logged in for some reason. You bastard.
Erected. Admirers gathered at the new country club. The new grid-based town model was far superior in design to the old. And so it grew that there was a tale of two Rightopias, one of the lowlands and the other of highlands. Which one would ultimately reign supreme? And so as evidence of the low town's superior design became increasingly evident, I began leveling the rest of the town, block by block, to force the old citizens to conform to the mold of the new town. Join or die, literally, or we will bulldoze over your home and bury you in a mound of dirt hundreds of feet below for the foundation of the new city. This was a very persuasive argument. The citizens of Indianapolis nearby were already ahead of us with this model of urban design, and we would not be outdone. My advisors, all of them, scorned me with the lowest of contempt. They said it couldn't be done. Raise taxes. We would level this mountain and build a megalopolis, or literally die on this hill trying. I would not be trifled with, even if Fire Chief Sam Armstrong kept slightly dabbing on me intimidatingly. And so we continued about the process of suggesting that our citizens relocate, because we suspected their properties might be located above a sinkhole. Doo-doo was flung, taxes were raised, neighborhoods were gentrified, then rezoned as a subtle flex on their inhabitants to squeeze them into selling their homes before we changed the character of the neighborhood. Taxes were raised even more doo-doo was flung, and these funds were used to bulldoze the very neighborhoods from which they were collected. But unfortunately, the timer had run up on our little experiment. I couldn't believe it. By the year 99, we had reached a population of 120,000. Unfortunately, not impressive at all, because a megalopolis is 500,000 Sims. SimCity is still exactly the way I remember it, after nearly 20 years. And it's probably one of the quirkiest franchises, whose original games really inspired a lot of what I enjoy about gaming to this day. It was nice to go back and experience it all again. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back for my megalopolis one day soon. But for right now, Rightopia is calling me. A major thanks to my patrons who dab on me every day. I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Until we In 2009, an architecture student by the online handle Emperor RV Omnica completed an experiment in SimCity 3000 that would forever go down in history as the largest and most interesting urban sprawl ever created in the history of the game. Dubbed Magna Santi, a staggering metropolis of over 6 million population, far beyond the game save file. It's a boundary-pushing work of art and careful engineering to perfectly optimize the game's parameters. revealing what some have considered
now
a
it works.
horrifying Orwellian impression of the dystopian mechanics that undergird SimCity. And one might extend that to the natural laws that govern the growth and dynamics of real-life cities in urban design. The project was carried out with such robust testing and clout that outlets like Polygon and even the Museum of Modern Art covered the hellish metropolis in their own videos and articles about the project. It's the ultimate design I always tried to create as a youngster when I would play the original SimCity on Super Nintendo. And to be quite frank, I was envious
Also,
of
my
the
Steam
amount
is
of
full of
blood,
not safe for work
sweat,
stuff,
and math
so
that
I
were
can't even
poured
show
into this
you
project.
my Steam.
I had to find out more. The original game files are available for download if you own SimCity 3000 and want to see it for yourself. So before I try to recreate it, what is Magnasanti? Let's break it down into its constituent components. Every city needs transportation. In Magnasanti, there are no roads, but rather a grid-like arrangement of rippling underground subway stations radiating out from the city center. There are no schools or hospitals, but only a never-ending string of the same libraries funded with literally $0 and maximally funded police stations to achieve order, control, and maximum population density. Magnasantians are exceptionally stupid people, entirely uneducated, and no one survives past the age of 55. Zoning is baffling, but it makes sense, I guess. Every other block repeats the same alternating pattern of commercial, residential, and industrial zones, optimized to ensure there's little pollution and lots of people. Despite the lack of roads and cars, the paid parking industry is still booming, and every single commercial square in the city is inhabited by a large 2x2 parking garage, situated between 10 other parking garages, all of which lead to nowhere, no streets. But somehow, popular demand keeps calling for more of them, and business is booming. What else is there to say? It's basically Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. The city has $6 billion, or simoleons, if you're really trying to sound cultured, and it took 50,000 years to complete it. But one can only imagine that for Emperor V. Omnica, it took much longer to puzzle out exactly how to engineer the foundation of this monstrosity. So, after much doo-doo flinging and overly involved analysis, I decided to see if I could use the famous design as a model for myself and achieve the same or similar results in less than 50,000 years. What would my own personal version of hell look like? Forget everything you know. The year is 1900, and we'll be starting with coal power, one of the most advanced forms of energy production known to man. I didn't want to cheat myself in the money, so I decided to earn cash the old-fashioned way, by attracting people in, then taxing the heck out of them to keep evolving my city into its final form. The main question SimCity asks the player is this: where are you going to put all of your garbage? To which the only appropriate answer is yes. Of course, you need to pollute if you want to start generating money, but better somewhere else than over here. It was very nice in here. It wasn't long before our new city was zoned up and generating oodles of dollars every fiscal quarter, 10,000 simoleons, cash. In surprisingly short order, it seemed that we had already maxed out our RCI meter, even after I had surrounded the city with pollution, giving it to other people. What was the meaning of this? So in response to tepid growth, I funded a campaign to remove funding from all the local libraries. Demand for the stupid libraries catalyzed a watershed moment, and residential demand soared once again. Thus, through the construction of libraries designed for our dumb population, we grew our numbers without raising our expenses. In my probing of the seamy underbelly of the formulas for the governing dynamics in SimCity, this was the first anomaly where I would say that things were seriously out of whack. If the government is an agent that desires only more taxpayers, no matter how stupid and unhappy they are, then this was the first area set in my sights. So the years passed. 1900. 2000, we seized the new millennium poised for growth. If I couldn't hit pay dirt immediately, I'd have to call upon everything I'd learned as a SimCity player to mold the dystopian utopia of my dreams. Pollution to the sides, keep the people in the middle, prevent them from escaping. Commercial zones blend the two in a continuous spectrum of urban hues. And so in every city, there's actually a tale of two cities. The first one that pollutes and taxes rampantly in order to fund the next generation, where you can afford cleaner, cheaper energy and build on the labors of the fathers. For me, this meant an outer city of roads, my first city, while I made inroads toward my own personal Magnasanti, starting with the subway tunnels that led to the urban center of my second city, containing a primary transit hub that would be the heart
If I understand it,
like
so if I am to understand this, you live in the US.
The new city reached outward and engulfed the outer-lying lowlands in an assertion of its dominance, bleeding the old city of taxes and population until the former was merely a shadow of its lofty towers. Rise, Magnasanti. Rise out of the ashes of your former shell and become everything you're supposed to be. After major development, I created a tapestry of zoning nearly identical to the original. Still, I was nowhere near 6 million population. Even with half the city zoned, we remained stuck at a paltry 100,000 pop, with half the storefronts opened, then immediately abandoned. We had to buff up those numbers or else die in the cradle. So after decades of collecting a few $100s a year, despite our mistakes, we managed to carve out subway connections.
Actually, I wonder what SFM has right now.
Up a strip of 3x3 dense
Let me check
industrial
something.
zones, opening the floodgates to growth.
Ba, ba, ba,
A
ba, ba, ba.
watershed moment where our population doubled to 200
Okay,
and then
and
the dam
then...
burst. After the explosion of the power plants, we ousted the cadres of established families.
Please help, cannot leave.
After massive
Everyone says that.
blackouts and an
Everyone
exodus, what
says.
followed was the great
Everyone says.
migration into new Magnasanti.
Everyone can't be.
Baby boom.
Everyone says the
By
same thing.
blowing up our power plants, we flexed on nearby towns that we were not afraid of pain, leading kindred spirits their way into our borders to be fruitful and multiply. Memorizing this zoning pattern took forever, but it became my mantra in tirelessly planning the city as de facto immortal emperor mayor forever through the next 3 centuries. We passed a half million and beyond, but with almost the entire city zoned, we remained stuck at only 600,000 or 700,000.
Okay, any new updates here in SFM Lab? Oh god, the Grimmer Shake.
But there is an I in city. I had forgotten what was the most important, that my people didn't actually matter. The city was actually losing money every year in my efforts to lay that foundation. I came close to quitting here. To be fair, I had actually come very close to recreating the physical zones, identical to the original Magnasanti, but there was still more work to do. We raised taxes and passed 1 million population. Then I did what any other self-respecting SimCity player would do. I left my computer running, and I went to the grocery store while my tax bureau leaked the population for unfathomable hordes of wealth for the next 100 years.
Miscellaneous voices. Let me check that.
We were rich, and all it had required was a century of complete neglect.
That's
I don't know
district.
Emperor V. Omnica, but I do know this. That man should be
A collection of SFM compatible. Okay, download this.
Removing one obstacle at a time that prevented our people from reproducing
Let's
and
see,
filling up
how
that
do you use
hopeful
this?
metropolis. I did everything I could.
Okay.
Interlacing citywide law
weird.
enforcement themed
Use
Venn
it,
diagram composed of the radii of each of my police completely dismantling crime. Hundreds of post-apocalyptic libraries.
I need a
books that no
revolver.
one would ever read, but somehow kept a
Revolver.
constant stream of migrants incoming.
Wait, I could have sworn I already had a
Transit
revolver.
funding, and even a subway and rail connection on literally
Let me
every
check. I think I already
tile
have
map,
a
multiple
revolver.
neighbor agreements to fully utilize every square inch of real estate, sanitizing the water, building parks in the center. I had done literally every possible thing to make my
Yeah, I
city
think I already
just as
have
good,
it.
and yet I was a SimCity failure. But the underlying capital T truth is this. The greatest joy I get is probing that black box of underlying formulas that govern the growth and dynamics of a city. It's not about the result, but the story that got me there. That was when the fires began, and the free thinkers returned to Magnasanti to set that prison of a metropolis ablaze in an infernal welcome for the next generation. Something moving, something with errors, something that it's a joy to puzzle and ponder over for hours and hours. A major thanks to Clayton Ashley of Polygon and Emperor V. Omnica and the MoMA for inspiring this. I'll leave those links down below so you can go check them out. And thanks to my patrons. Well, thanks for watching. As always, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Until next time.
$0. Oh hey, that was quick. I just got my code for the plushie I bought for even 20 hours ago. That's cute. Okay, first I gotta need to understand this. I read that.
In SimCity. Traditionally in SimCity 4, you have money to start. Invest in roads and houses, collect taxpayer money, and invest in more roads and houses. Instead, today we're going to explore the seamy underbelly of the many exploits and loopholes built into this amazing game to make a city from literally nothing. So grab your popcorn and hold onto your hat, because here we begin at year 0. The hardest difficulty started me off on day 1 with the minimum $100,000 starting money. The first step toward beginning the challenge was
how do I use this? Oh yeah.
It's against the spirit of a $0 challenge to have money. Done.
Give me a second. I'm gonna listen to this for a second. See how this works. That'd be good. Okay, let's listen to some questionable stuff. Or I already have this. I don't know. Oh, I think I already had this. God damn it! I think I already had this. If you're wondering what it is, I'll just play it and you're gonna know what basics are. Okay. Yeah, let's see what it is. Yeah, if you... Alright, maybe you don't... Maybe you didn't understand what it was. Maybe if I do this instead. I think it's obvious what it is.
Now that we were
Yeah, but I don't need this, I already have this.
Step was to figure out how to get money again. But how the heck do you make money when you don't have any? We're not playing hot dog stand tycoon after all. Normally in SimCity, tax revenue is collected from residents. But what if we can't build residences in the first place since we don't have any money to start? Without taking out a loan, which I honestly think is against the spirit of this challenge, that leaves us with a few other income strategies. We can't charge for transportation since we just don't have any. We can't even make any deals with our neighbors since we have no municipal services to offer them whatsoever. That leaves us with business deals, which we'll get to in a second, but really the one I want to focus in on is city ordinances, where our strategy of minting money out of thin air really begins. Ordinances, after all, are city-wide policies which create either monthly income or expenses. Policies like a smoke detector program to help prevent disastrous fires in our city. A small expense, to be sure, but hopefully helpful in preventing tears later on. Now, the simplest solution to this challenge would be to just legalize gambling. For some reason, you can make $100 a month extra by just ticking this box in the settings. Yes, a forest and a river where gambling is legal. Highly profitable. But I think that would be a stupid way to start. So instead, we're going even deeper into the red. So we enacted every single policy for our non-existent city. Carpool incentives. There weren't even cars. Tire recycling. Paper waste reduction. Need I say any more? It was all very expensive and completely unnecessary. My advisors were livid with my fiscal policy decisions.
See how this works
broke
out.
And penniless. It seemed that Loser City was doomed right from the start. My disapproving accountant lady appeared, this time with an offer. We could bail ourselves out by signing the first business deal. Business deals are scripted events in SimCity, and they're kind of like pacts with the devil. Losing money? Just sign this shady contract to let the federal government dump irradiated toxic waste in your town. So they would pay us $400 a month if we agreed. Our answer? Absolutely. By only July of our first year, we had driven ourselves to negative 4,000 simoleons. But with the help of the federal government, we reversed our downward financial trajectory and started making big money. $500 a month. And all just for staring at a radiation dump in the corner. Sure,
153.958.
it went on fire most of the time, but we responded by building a fire department directly across the street from it.
Oh, that works.
Anytime there was a fire, we could put it out right away. Of course, the fire department was actually very expensive to run, at $125 a month, which cut into our profits. So in an act of brilliance, I decided to just stop funding it. Naturally, the firemen protested. So only when a fire occurred, I would fund the department. Then they would respond and put out the fire. Then when they got back to the fire station, I'd defund the department again. It was
That's fucked up.
Then they'd get back out their pickets and keep protesting again until the next fire, when we'd do it all over again. This was an amazing
Holy
strategy
shit, what is
for
that?
and at the same time keeping
Oh,
our
what is
toxic
this?
radiation dump safe and sound. And for the next 200 years, I repeated it over and over again until we had saved up $1 million. At which point, I decided it was time to start building our city. Honestly, very exciting. So I started laying the foundations, but I didn't really put much effort into it. To tell you the truth, I'm going to destroy this city to make more money, so don't get too attached here. But in the meantime, I built up the farms. I built up the residences. I even built up the water and the stupid infrastructure. When the citizens started rioting, I lowered taxes to 7.2%. People loved it, and our
That's not how it
population
works,
skyrocketed from 0
honestly.
to over 25,000
So
within
I
just
have
a
to
few
go
years of getting
to-
started. And for now, we could lean on all the money we had produced from our toxic waste dump to build up our city.
Instance
My whole strategy revolves
particle
around
system.
getting our cash flows in the
I did
negative.
particle
So
system there.
unfortunately, we started making money again by collecting too much in taxpayer money. I mean, I don't even think this is very
Bounding
fair in a $0
box.
challenge.
Where's the
I decided
size
to just start
thingy?
lowering taxes again to 2%. You see, the true goal of my strategy was to get our
Okay.
cash flows into the red. Because if you do this with enough
I think that's like-
population like I
Aw.
did, your accountant lady returns with more offers. Casino
particles,
is an amazing attraction that freely
normal.
generates 300 simoleons of
When did you
tax
make this
revenue
model? Seriously, I love the
for
simplicity of him.
$0 upkeep. We
This
accepted,
one?
and we've
I don't
moved
remember.
across the river
I don't
to
remember.
directly
I guess the
beside
last time I live streamed,
I
so a
used
year
safe,
ago. No wait,
sustainable wind turbines
8 months
to
ago. So yeah, there you
the
go.
radiation toward
I
the
made
settlers.
8 months ago, so it's very,
Then I
you know,
did the
I need to
unthinkable,
update it at
and I
some
lowered
point, but you know.
taxes in Loser City to 0%.
Where's the size thing? I'm trying to make this
To drive
damn
us
thing
even further into
smaller.
the red, I started building expensive schools and
Maximum.
hospitals, intentionally driving us even further into the
How
red. Naturally, my advisors scrambled. How would
lifespan?
we feed the
Alpha
infrastructure?
movement radius skin.
And right on
No.
time, sensing our
Power.
financial bleed out, my accountant
I
lady
don't understand.
returned
Where's
with
the
more
size
and
thing?
even shadier offers. Evil Genius's
Subtype.
secret base, $380
Maybe this one.
a month.
Disability.
Top security
Hubris.
federal prison.
I'm gonna assume it's this one. So I'm just gonna go 0 point.
Training base, slated for construction.
Let's see if that
directly
works
beside the evil
or
villain.
not.
$350 a month. Altogether, it added up to
Ah, looks like I'm crashing.
$300 a month of completely free income. Yes. I mean, we were hosting a parasitic island of radiation, gambling, convicted felons, an evil mastermind, and the army. Hopefully, the problems would just stay over there. Hopefully. With all that free income, I just decided, you know what, it's time to blow up the whole city and start fresh. I'd made a pretty bad first impression, and I wanted to start over. The year was 2258. The ruins of old Loser City stretched out across
Okay.
the yawning
Whatever
crater
this
of
version is, I think I
piles
know what's
of
happening.
trash just all over
Need
the
it.
place.
We don't need it.
Exotic, sinister-looking
We
water
don't need it.
animals roaming around.
Okay.
Nuclear test facilities, rampant gambling and tourism, and tanks patrolling the roads, all made possible by our amazing 0% income tax. So I decided to get started by building farms all over.
I
That's
need
good.
to make
Build
this
wide,
expression
then we'll
much
build
better.
tall. Okay, check. Now that the farms were done, I just had to tighten the budget up. After all, we didn't want to charge our farmers any money they didn't have or put them at financial need. But we'd also need people to farm those farms. So we carved out residences in their midst. You might notice that none of the infrastructure makes much
Where's
sense.
the
The
road?
roads look like crap, but that's just what you get for $0. Fortunately, it was cheap and affordable for
Oh,
the
is it
residents,
actually attached to
which
her?
is important
No, it's
because
not.
they were all unemployed. No tax.
Any controls?
No road.
Oh, that's
Heck,
bad.
you might have to climb out of your neighbor's yard just to get to the road. The one thing we did start investing was our fire department now. Gone were the days of picketing, protesting firemen. But only because fires were breaking out in
Where's the
streets
goddamn rope?
every single day.
Where did I
We kept
put
it
the
cheap
rope?
enough to maintain that we were still making money. Though when people moved
Yeah,
to
dude,
Loser City,
man,
they
no,
usually
it's
didn't
expensive.
stay for long. After an
Oh.
unprecedented start full of rampant construction, almost
Makes no
everyone
sense.
abandoned
Why
their
did I
homes, leaving only
hit
about
it?
1,688 people.
Oh, I
in the
think I
city.
know what I
At
did.
the very least, I can say that those people must have really liked it
Where's
here. I
the...
decided that the few remaining citizens had a right to know how their unfortunate civic existences were being funded. So I constructed an expensive bridge across to the terrible island on the other side of the river. And upon further
Yeah,
examination of the
Doom
bad
Dead.
roads, I learned that almost all of the residents worked in the neighboring city, which is literally the tutorial. Embarrassing. So in an act of economic sovereignty and patriotism, I started constructing dirty factories for all the dirty residents of Loser City to work at. Commercial zones. They opened 40 copies of exactly the same place called Bennett Music Corp. And then they just abandoned all of them. This town sucks. Some people's houses are in other people's backyards. The fire department is crashing into the building with the fire and running people down on the way to extinguish it. We even had to open up another fire department across the street to just
Face
clean up the mess.
flexes.
Look, I don't
Blinking.
like taxes as much as the next person, but I want to live. You know, I tried building a city with $0. I funded it by alternate means, and I tried to keep it cheap and affordable for the residents. But sometimes
what
you
is
try
that?
to fly too high and too close to the sun.
Okay, that's not
and that is
useful.
why you should give
Oh.
up and accept yourself. I think that's about
Okay.
it. I wanted to end on a positive note, so anyway.
Okay, maybe we should move on from Amphibious, even though it's really funny. Okay. Let's go for some classic stuff. Here's some classic stuff. Wow. They did not show up. I guess time has... They have been... Hey, that sucks. Let's see. Where is it? No! Is it so old that the search engine just doesn't immediately know where to go anymore? That sucks. Maybe if I do the... Wow. Where is it? There it is. I guess I have to go in now. Because nobody watches anymore, I guess that's why. Also, I just saw something terrible. That Robin picture was so bad. Okay. Yeah, there you go. What? It's restricted! Mother! Remind me that I turn off the restriction button. Ah!
I kind of want to. I'm contact driver 253.
How old are you over there, son?
I'm sorry, son. I couldn't hear that. Can you repeat?
How long you been trucking?
I've been trucking since the goddamn day I came out the womb.
Oh shit, I don't know how to actually drive this Hemi. You know what I'm saying, old man?
Longer than the day I've come in your mother's womb. That's a joke for
You
you.
being
right
disrespectful to me, boy? What you got carrying
boy,
there in
you
your
better
load,
watch your
son?
goddamn attitude, son.
What you got carrying?
Shit.
Why would you do that?
I spilled my coffee and I accidentally hit the fucking...
Why would you do that?
Yeah, hold on.
Breaker 29, breaker 29.
Now you don't have to call that in.
Breaker 29. We got a misdemeanor of an elderly fellow over here. He's driving. I'm trying to get around him.
My insurance doesn't cover this shit.
I'm gonna be reporting.
Yeah, you saw. Oh god, you did saw it. I'm sorry.
What do you got underneath that hood?
I got some chicken. Finger licking good tender. Oh, you talking about under my hood? I'm sorry.
Goddamn chicken.
I thought you were talking about my carriage.
Well, I was talking about the engine, really, when I was...
Well, that's good old Betsy is what I called her. She's a V17.
This right here is a Tom.
That's a Tom. That's one slick son of a bitch you were riding on there. God damn. Can you get your truck out of the fucking
listen here,
way?
you motherfucker. You think I can just look where I'm going?
Listen, God damn it, I gotta make my way over to Florida. There's a fucking tornado.
Hey, Florida.
I gotta send my goddamn daughter.
Whippersnapping son of a gun.
Where's the tongue?
I gotta go.
Okay.
Oh wait, this is
You have
manual.
the same location?
I don't
The
know. I
tongue
marked
is...
something.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey there, chosen one. You son of
Son
a
of a
bitch.
bitch.
Chosen one, I gotta report this shit. Breaker 2-4. The chosen one just fucking ran right in. He's beeping at me now.
Ultimate tongue. Oh god, I didn't know I did that.
Get that fella.
I can't just turn around.
Can't even see the
I feel
top.
as though my wheels
Oh.
are a bit unadjusted. You ever had that problem in your 67 years of age?
I'm looking at a solid retirement.
Why don't you pull up next to me a little bit? We ride together. Just
Now,
ride on over
where
here.
are you going?
Heading down to Los Angeles Boulevard.
Ooh, LA. I like them LA girls.
Trying to make my dreams come true. Holy shit, is this the Santa Monica Pier?
Where are you going? Did you already leave?
Yes.
What the fuck,
The
dude?
Santa Monica Pier's over here, dude. I can't run this red light.
Now hold on, chosen one, you fucking prick.
That chosen fella's he's an awfully rude fella.
Now he sees me backing up, he better make some goddamn room.
What's your code name over there, old man?
They call me Jenkins.
Jenkins?
But I prefer Mac.
Mackie.
Oh shit, it's a red light.
I'm ready to get on the road, but this light never changes. I'm about to make an illegal...
You get tickets when you
I'm
run
gonna
lights,
make an
sonny.
illegal red turn.
You don't want to get tickets now, do you?
Oh,
fuck.
The wife's giving me a call. Just a second.
All right, I'm right behind you, Tallahassee.
This bitch calls me every 2 minutes. You ever have that problem?
Motherfucker, you're taking up both lanes.
Apologies, let me turn over.
It's a red light.
Here. Hold. Yes, I know, but this is an illegal red turn. Red right turn.
You're gonna get a ticket, motherfucker.
I'm going for it anyway. Actually, I gotta go left. I apologize.
What the fuck are you doing?
I gotta go left. All right.
All right, now where are you making your drop off to? We're gonna drop off some deliveries.
I believe I gotta go down south of Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Need a little bit
Oh
of...
shit! I almost rammed right into you. I wasn't looking.
Been told I'm gonna get a nice big old payday. I got a red light violation on a right red turn. That's bullshit.
It's no U-turn here, sonny. Oh fuck, I got one too.
Wow, look at the sights over there. You see that there Ferris wheel?
I haven't been able to see in 24 years.
Well,
Hey.
shit. I apologize about that.
That's all right. Oh shit! Why'd you stop in the middle of a fucking highway ramp?
They have construction going on over here.
I see it.
I can't really get my wheels having a little bit of trouble.
see it. What the fuck?
What's going on with my wheel, dude? This isn't taped down correctly. This isn't working.
Yeah, these are some old trucks, you know.
There we go. What do you truckers usually talk about on long journeys like this? I mean, I got an hour and 6 minutes to go on this ride.
Well,
What do you guys usually talk
You said
about?
you got a girl?
I got a girl back home, yeah.
Yeah, what's her name? It's a red light, you son of a bitch!
That's a red light, I gun it right through that.
Fuck!
I gotta merge anyway.
Does that mean you can just run a red light?
There ain't nobody on the road out here.
Yeah, it's 8:30 on a Saturday. There's nobody on these LA roads. Wait. You said you got a girlfriend, huh?
Yeah, back home.
What is her body shaped like?
Her body shapes like a violin. And I strum that bad boy 5 days a week.
Oh,
Whenever I
this
have
place
time
up here
to
has got
tune
some
it.
good waffles,
I gotta
by
get
the
me
way.
some gas. Shut the fuck up.
This place up here, I've been going to this place for 84 years. They got the best cinnamon toast eggnog.
At this here gas station?
Yeah, this one right here. I'm just gonna put. Oh shit!
What are you doing back there?
I'm just waiting.
I'm taking this whole entire spot. Thank you very much.
See now, I have a problem here. Right now, I'm blocking
What's
this
up?
entire road.
I'm actually in the wrong lane.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and back up.
Can you back up a little bit for
Yeah,
me?
I'm gonna
Thank
go
you very
ahead.
much. Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and do you a solid right here.
I might need a little bit more room than that.
Yeah, let me just pull. My mustache flew off. Let me just go ahead and pull up here. Yeah.
Hey, I really appreciate you waiting for me to get my
Hey,
gas.
no problem. You know, this place right here. This is it's a good scenic.
Beautiful. I like the cruise. You see the Titanic model back there in the background?
I do see it.
What a
I
wonderful
believe it's
movie.
beached.
$3 a gallon? What the fuck? That's highway robbery.
Where's that mustache?
Breaker 2-4. I just filled up some gas. And now I'm going to hit the road hard.
You were like 2 minutes down the street and you had to fill up again.
Here we go.
Let me tell you about them old trucking days.
Good old trucking days? How long you been doing this again, Sir Mackey?
How many years is a lot? I've been doing this.
60.
I've been doing this.
Doing this for
120 years. You've been on this.
What the fuck?
I was a driver in the First World War.
My God, what?
You've seen on the side of the road?
I saw a dead porcupine.
Well, shit.
Be resurrected and fuck itself back to death. But then again, I was on some hardcore mushrooms.
That doesn't sound like you've seen some fucked up shit there, Mackie. It sounds more like you were under the influence behind the wheel on a job.
Well, it's funny enough, back there I seen some shit.
Oh, God,
there was this one lady, we call her, let's just say Betty.
Betty?
Yeah, I seen Betty do some fucked up shit. Is this where we're going, or are you taking a right?
I gotta take a right turn here.
You taking a right here?
Yeah, I gotta take a right here. I'll wait on this light. There we go.
All right, now I gotta go straight through this route, but you know what? I'll follow you. You know, I got nothing else to do with my fucking life. I want to kill myself.
I think your employer might have a problem with you actually going off the beaten path, so to speak.
Yeah, well, you know, when you've been doing this as long as you've been doing this, they weigh a blind, shy eye. As I like to call it.
Hey, Mackie, I got a question for you, man.
I might have an answer for you.
I got a question for you, Mackie. What's in your glove box, man? It's always interesting to me, that good old-fashioned trucker talk.
Oh, let me...
What do you got in your trucker glove box, man?
Use the key to open it up.
Use that key and open that bad boy up, and can you just...
Oh, shit.
There's a hurricane going on. There's a tornado, and there's a fucking earthquake in the... You know, there's forest fires that are over here.
We're on the San Andreas Fault, so there's earthquakes here. Oh, fuck!
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Fucking
the earthquake got a little bit.
You almost made me fall for the oldest prank in the book.
The good old stop and go.
The good old check your glove box as I slam on my brakes in front of you.
So what's in your glove box anyway, Mackie?
Well, there's a gun.
A gun? There's a gun.
Yeah, you know, when I drive through New Mexico.
I broke her hand. Sad.
What the fuck are you doing?
I apologize again. I see you back there.
You see me? You see me back here?
This wheel is having some troubles, dude. Fuck. I can't just slow down.
That's all right.
I'm only 20 or 7 minutes away from my destination, my drop-off, so I think it might be time for us to do well, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift.
No, I know what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not like I can fucking turn around here, so...
Mackie, I mean, I could report you for stalking me if that's the case. I don't feel comfortable with you following me on my route every night.
You wanna fucking report me?
I'm just saying, Mackie, I can report you here. I gotta turn here.
You wanna report me, you goddamn son of a bitch?
I gotta turn here. Just give me a minute.
You wanna report me, you
Hey!
Hey! Do we have a problem here?
Mr. Mackey, sir.
Do you have a problem here?
I gotta drop off these burgers at the burger joint. You're in the middle of my way.
I gotta goddamn drop off back here.
Breaker 2-7.
Oh, no, breaker, I get this fucking 12-year-old here on the road.
His name is Mackie.
He blocked me from driving.
He's acting like a
I'm gonna
real
visit
son
a
of a
service
bitch.
station because he fucked up my
I'm gonna try to go
load.
around him.
He busted my load real bad. Only expect 80% of their shipment. Where are you going, you son of a bitch?
Get the fuck out of the...
You think this is a fucking joke? You think this shit's a fucking joke?
I have a delivery to make, Mackie.
No, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna...
Gotta pay for my goddamn house. I made it. Thank God.
Hello, what's the stream? It's currently 2 minus... 2 plus maybe 2 or 1. Because Unus Annus blocked my first stream. So 4 hours, I guess. 4 hours or more or less, I don't know. Which one of those?
That sucks for you, doesn't it?
I lost money. Do you know my wife's gonna be pissed?
Where'd you go, you son of a bitch?
I think it transported me after I fucking completed the mission. What do I do?
Fucker.
Here we go. I got this. Got a brand new spanking truck. It could be destroyed at any moment's notice.
Yeah, my wife does the same shit.
Gonna meet up with you. Still got some questions to ask you about why.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm animating in SFM right now.
Some chicken and waffles right now.
The ability to keep to switch to any is really cool.
It's a goddamn red light suck.
Ah. Let's go for some. Hey.
Hello?
Hi.
You gotta hold the button down for a second before you talk.
Hi.
Do you have any children? No, why?
It's a shame.
Hey, I got a couple bombs here that I'm gonna need your help with.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're fighting for today? Who gives a fuck, man? Like, let's be real here. What's your name? You can call me Blue Leader, but the leader is more like a unit of measure.
That's attractive. My name's CC.
Hey, I got a bomb here. Over.
Yes, hi, this is CC. How may I help you?
Okay, CC. I'm gonna need your help defusing a bomb. Do you know anything about that? Over.
Well, I need a description of the bomb in question, thank you.
Okay, I got some wires. I got some numbers.
I just stay here because I got nothing better to do. Usually when I got nothing better to do, I just toss myself into learning new things. That's how I guide it.
6 wires.
Where's the mouth? Where's the mouth? Turn off the oh shit. The dog. Ultimate. There we go. Okay. Oh god. He doesn't have it. Okay, I can. I remember.
So good at my job.
Awesome, great job. Green light. Let's move on to something else. What do you want to do? Either the wires 1, 2, 3 ABC or the numbers that looks like a fucking graph or some shit. I don't know. Over.
Is it one big number and then 4 numbers underneath? Over?
Yes. Affirmative.
We can handle that. Let's do that, shall we?
We're doing this. I don't know what the fuck.
4 numbers and a big number. The big number is 4. The 4 small numbers
is 4, 2, 1, 3. 4 and then 4, 2, 1, 3. Over.
Okay.
Oh shit, the lights are turning out. What the fuck? Am I gonna die?
Try pushing the number in the 4th position. Green light. Next one. 4 and then again 4, 1, 3, 2. Same button. Push the same button. 4th position. Over.
What the fuck is...
Oh goodness, the camera work is hideous. What did I do last time? I'll have to cut this into different parts.
Okay.
Kinda set the green light. Next big number 1.
Followed by 4, 3, 1, 2. Over.
Push the button in the 4th position. Over.
Okay, one more. Big number 4.
Followed by 3, 2, 4, 1. Over.
Okay.
A minute 30. A minute fucking 30.
Push the button that has the 4 in it. Over.
Okay, a minute, 20 seconds left. Let's do the last one.
Oh god.
Okay, which one is that? Over?
It's these like wires. They kind of look like boxes sticking out.
It's 1, 2, 3 and ABC.
And there's a blue wire on the bottom 3C. Fuck, it's the 1 minute mark.
I found it. Okay. Wire sequence. This is unheard of. I've never done something like this before.
Okay, I just pressed down and it solved itself. I have 3 more check marks.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I pressed down and it solved itself. And now I have 3 wires.
4, 5, 6 and ABC.
4, 5, 6 and ABC.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even know where you just went. I found the panel, but I don't know where exactly you are.
Okay, I pressed down and I had a blue wire. That gave me a green positive. Now I'm on the next step, which is 4, 5, 6 ABC.
There's 2 black wires and a red wire.
2 black...
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Red wire, right? I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up.
Oh, he's.
I just died over.
We were doing so well. I was in the green. Like.
Yeah, this part I like.
No.
Young Sun Lu is dead because of you.
Rest in pieces, Dong Sung Loop.
Okay, we're on.
Section 3.7
And this one.
is gonna be a little hard.
Wait, there's more.
We have 8 minutes, 8 modules.
Have a chance at redemption? The description is take your time and relax. There's a note that says,
Never relax when defusing a bomb, so it's a little misleading. Fuck. I'm not ready for this.
Okay, over. Can you just tell me what to work on?
We're fucking dead. Like, I'm fucking dead. Dong Sung Luke is dead. Let's start with a wire. Black, black, red, red, black, black. Wait, 8 modules, 8 minutes. We gotta solve a module every minute. Holy fuck, I really hope this guy knows what he's doing. Come on, you
is the last digit of the serial number odd?
The fuck kind of question is that? Last digit of the serial number.
Yes, it's odd. Well, then obviously you cut the third wire.
Fuck, I should have known that.
Okay, let's do the button that says detonate. It's a big red button, says detonate.
Boom. Got it.
Is there more than one battery on the bomb? Over.
Fuck, is there? No, over. Just one big battery. I said over, and then I kept talking. It's not. That's not.
One big battery. But it only says detonate.
You're supposed to just hold it and then say over. And when you're over, you say. I almost feel like I should say something again and say over because I didn't over my last statement.
Based on its color, you must release the button at the specific. Fuck, what is the strip?
What color is the strip? Over.
Black over. Hold on, this fucking.
Okay, you're gonna need to hold down that button
And release it when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position.
I held it down, it turned blue, and I released it at 1, and it gave me an X.
What the fuck? Someone's playing with us.
Someone must be getting tricky here.
Blue stripe means release it at any 4
In the position.
Fuck. Okay, it's yellow now.
Hold it and release it until it has a 5 in any position.
Got it. Let's do weird fucking hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. You know I love Egypt.
Okay.
One of the greatest countries on the planet.
Do you see what?
Okay, what do you see as the 4 thingies?
I need a pen. Do you have a pen? Nope.
Give me a
fucking pen!
Mirror, some fucking thing that looks like CO, backwards.
Oh, where did I set that up?
With the bottom right of it.
How did I do that? I'm so confused. Disappointed.
According to my calculations,
Rice.
we've solved 2 in 4 minutes.
Where's the 4 buttons in the order they appear?
Oh,
It's
wait.
gotta be this one then. Oh, there's no mirror.
I don't see any kind of mirror. Over. What is a mirror?
It's like a hand mirror. It's an O, and it's got like a dick.
It's these.
So you're gonna want to put the E with the 2 dots first. You're gonna do the
Hand mirror second.
You're going to
Do the C third.
and then the H with the big last.
Got it. All right, let's move on to I don't know, dude. Like, there's what about the one that looks like battle fucking ships?
Battleships. This is just battleships. Morse code?
No, it's over. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real for a second. It's
Are you speaking Morse code? Morse code?
yeah. Let's do Morse code. Let's do Morse code.
Morse code. Morse code. Got it.
It's blinking yellow. Right now it just says 3.505 megahertz.
And the word is TX.
What? TX.
Yeah, no, this isn't happening. This isn't fucking happening. Somebody's dead here. Somebody's dead.
I wonder if I turn off the rig. That work.
Evacuate.
Move.
I don't understand.
No, I cannot until I dismantle it.
Morse code is not my forte, or else I'd,
Are they on the same channel? Do I have to go to a different channel and tell them to evacuate? You're all gonna die. Evacuate.
I actually don't know anything about Morse code. So we have like a minute, and we have like 4 or 5 unsolved modules.
Right, stop. Stop zooming in.
Because this is just not gonna happen over.
Oh! What?
Who else goes?
No.
Who else goes under?
Jim, do you ever fucking know Betty Crocker?
Kim Sun.
So what's with all these Asians, dude? What are we in China or some shit?
Do you know what happens if Kim Sun dies?
Yeah, that's going off. Hey,
I had an obligation to this man to save not only his daughter,
but his entire family.
I'm gonna see him in my dreams.
this one's called
Yeah, sure.
I think we have a shot.
It's 5 months.
Where's the hips?
Who's got time for that? Who's got time for that?
Stop.
Hey, who's up on the docket to die next here?
Wait, did Kim already die?
Yeah, bro, Kim fucking died a while ago, man. Hate to break it to you.
Dude, Kim, dude.
You know what's the worst thing about this suit is that I put it on backwards, so it's got no pocket.
Next up, we're gonna be fighting for
A local construction hero named Yun.
Another goddamn. Hey, 5 minutes on the clock. TikTok.
Hey, don't look at my cock.
That's what we used to say back at the Bomb Academy.
What modules are they looking for?
I'm gonna do this for you, Yun.
That one with the big numbers and small numbers over.
Got you, Yun. Big numbers, small numbers. Gotta put the gun aside.
We can actually do this one, I think. I think we can do this. No, I actually just looked. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Okay, go ahead and read off the numbers.
Big 2, small 3, 2, 1, 4.
Big 2? Is that what he said?
It's gonna be the last one. It's gonna be 4.
Press the number in the second position.
Nope, I was gonna die actually.
Good. Big 2, small 1, 4, 3, 2. Same position, same position. Push it again.
Put it.
Big 3, small
I guess.
1, 3, 2, 4.
Oh, do this. There you go. I miss Couch App.
1, 4, 2. What?
Second position.
Good. Big 3, small 4, 1, 3, 2. Same position again.
I'm getting too attached to these people. And I shouldn't. But I look into your eyes and I see hope.
Hey, did you say same position?
Yeah, same position, over.
Big 3, small 1, 2, 4, 3.
Wait, there's no more. No, that was it. There was no more.
That's it, there's no more. That's stage 5, that was it.
He fucked up. He's fucking running.
Hello?
Come on, we gotta go.
Go where?
This bomb's about to go off.
What the fuck? Yun is gonna die!
Yun's already dead, man. We don't have much time. We gotta go.
I can't leave Yun
We
behind.
gotta fucking go. We gotta go right now where this bomb's going off.
But Yun, I promised him.
Yun's fucking dead. Holy fuck, dude.
I'll go down with this ship.
Oh yeah, that shit's about to blow, man.
This shit's about to fucking blow. I'm so sorry, Yun. I failed you. We gotta go. Hey, 5 minutes on the clock. Tick tock. Don't look at my cock.
Hello. Thank you for watching this video. Keep talking, nobody explode. Please check out other videos like this in descriptions as well as side panel next to me.
That's kind of weird to hear Alex making Russian noises, especially, you know, it's happening right now. Well, you know, that's in the past, like everything else. I'm gonna go for one of the worst diffusions involving Dexter Manning. Fun fact, did you know this guy almost hired me to be his animator? And the only reason why I didn't accepted it is because he wanted me to work on Undertale. And if you've seen his Undertale animations, it involves a lot of screaming. And I was like, I don't want to listen to him scream in my ears for hours. And that's why I didn't.
Chatting to cougars over the intercoms here.
Hey, are there any milfs in the room? Over.
That's a big negative. There are no women in this house.
Well, fuck.
Shut up. Fucking hey, piece of shit. We got a real sausage party here, over. Sounds like my kind of party, mate.
Well, that's pretty gay. Over.
My fingers are actually really disgusting. Like, when I'm holding this, I can just see them, and they look gross.
I'm surprised any woman lets me put it in their butt. Over.
Please respond, over. How funny, over. Lives are at stake, over.
Good point. I'll take that into consideration. Over.
All right, man. First day on the job, man. You can do this. You can do this. You're gonna stay alive. You're not gonna die like those other guys. You can do this.
First day on the job, reporting for duty. Who I got on the other line?
This is David. Over.
Hi, David. This is Gary.
My first day on the job. What's with that accent?
I'm from Texas. I just moved here recently. Over.
Accent sounds like shit. Not sure I can trust you, but we're in this together.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your favorite kind of wildflower?
Over.
The red flower from the Jungle Book. That one was pretty good. Over.
Cool. Mine's the flower from Mario Brothers. Over.
It's not bad. It's not bad, mate. Where's your accent from? It's like a 12-year-old boy.
Over.
It's like accent of a person who grew up in a dumpster. Are we in the same building? Over.
I hope not. Over.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna start this. Over.
I'm doing some little reading real quick, just to
get the hang of it, because seriously, this is gonna be the worst.
Get the hang of it. Over.
You already be an expert. Over. My life is in your hands. Over. 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 I've got you, man. Don't question me. I'm from Texas. We wrangle the
incest and shit, so I know my stuff. Just leave it to me, mate. All right.
How am I supposed to talk into the walkie and play this game? Over.
What? You have questions about this bomb? Over. Big is the bomb? Over.
How big is the bomb? The size of a lunchbox? Over.
What size lunchbox? So you can get lunchboxes in many different sizes.
For example, a kindergarten lunchbox would be a lot smaller than a high school lunchbox. So what
kind of lunchbox are we talking here? Like what size proportionally?
Who was it that you were talking about again?
That comes with a matching thermos.
Dexter Manning. It's wait. Okay, so he worked on projects like Insanity Not Included. He used to work with Lyle. Oh, I forgot. If you don't recognize any of those names, that means I'm old. Yes.
Mess over.
Might need a little bit more detailed on that. Over.
Super Mario Brothers 3 lunchbox with matching thermos. It's red, but
in reality it's blue. If you're really asking me about the fucking bomb, it's blue.
all the deets. Over. Okay, this bomb, we got six panels on it. I got a timer that says 3:46. I feel like we've already wasted a minute.
There's a panel with some
If you want, oh wait.
letters. There's a bunch of wires. There's a big blue button.
Spinning it around, there's a serial number. Over. 2 batteries. Over.
You're referring this Dexter man. This guy. This guy worked on Insanity Not Included. Worked with Lyle. You know. Big name. I don't know what to say.
I didn't know we started. Fuck.
I was just fucking around. Over. Okay, right. Fuck. What do you see? Like, what's that?
I just fucking said everything that was on the bomb. Over.
I was laughing too much. Over. Again, please.
There's some letters, there's some wires, there's a button, there's a timer that's 30 seconds further than it was the last fucking time I described this bomb.
Okay, we're gonna do the button first, okay? What color is the button?
Blue button. Blue as in boy for button.
Blue button. Over.
Does it say abort on it?
The mouse.
It says press. Over.
No, abort! Do not press the button!
Does it say abort on the button, Brett?
First of all, my name's not Brett. Second of all, I just said it says fucking press.
Press your luck with the timer. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. What color's blue? Okay, hold on a second. Okay,
Are there more than 2 batteries on the bomb, mate? Over.
2 batteries. Over. If I die on my first day at work, I'm gonna haunt your ass forever. Over.
Literally above, hold the button and refer to releasing a held button. Okay.
Hello? Over? Fucking over?
Okay, right. When the countdown timer has a 4 in any position, let go of the button. Over.
So this part is gonna be really funny because for those people who don't know how radios, actual handheld radios work, you're not supposed to push them at the same time. And this is why.
Despite your shit commands, I figured out what you were talking about. Okay, that's good. What's next? Let's talk about the letters, okay? There's a pitchfork, there's an A and an E fused together, there's omega, and then there's one that looks like a stitch.
Wait. So there's 4 of them, right? 4.
4. Like the 4 things I just said out loud. Over. Pitchfork.
Yes, see? The screaming. Yes.
And diagonal stitch. 1 minute left before we fucking die. And not you, I mean me.
I think we lost him. I think he's dead.
The other thing to remember is it's not a mobile phone. That means you can't both speak at the same time.
Mayday! Mayday!
What the fuck does that mean? Over.
Brett, answer me, dude!
Ask a fucking question! Over!
I can't fucking hear you on this thing.
What's going on? Over!
Tell me what order to push the fucking letters
before I die!
Okay, it's quite embarrassing, but I might have accidentally put the volume all the way down.
That's why I couldn't hear you. Over. However, sorry, I want to continue actually. There are 4
symbols, and it's a keypad, right? And there's 4 of them. Over.
14 seconds until I'm dead. Tell my wife I love her. I died on the first day of work. Maybe I'll survive the blast. Actually, not sure.
I'd like to point out that this suit has nothing to cover my dick, so...
It will certainly be the first thing blown off. Here we go. Bye. Over.
Have a good one. Over.
Don't worry, we got this. Let's do the first bomb again, and we got it this time, okay? Because I'm gonna put the paper
on the table, pro strapped. I might even stand up.
And I've got this, all right? Yeah. Over.
I refuse to play that same mission again. I'm gonna go to the next mission and hope that you figure out your life. Okay. Over.
Yeah. Go on then. Over.
Okay, we're going to the second section. Over. 5 minutes on the timer. Somehow I survived bomb 1. Here we go.
Fucking. Okay, right, what'd you see? Tell me right now, let's go.
Let's go. Over. Yeah, over, yeah.
Copy that. Front of the bomb, I've got upper left, I've got the symbols. Below that, there's a off-white button that says press. There's a blue button that says press. There's 3 wires.
Spinning around, I've got a serial number. I've got 2 sets of letters on the side. On the back.
Oh my god, are we gonna fucking die? There's so many things. Another thing of wires on the back and another thing of symbols on the back.
Let's start with the wires. How many wires are there? 3, right?
On the front of the bomb, there are 3 wires. Over.
If there are no red wires, cut the second wire.
What? Red wire? Excuse me?
Does it have any red wires? Over.
No red wires.
Red wires.
Yes or no? Answer the fucking question! Over!
Now, it's important that I wait a second before I start talking after I push the button so I don't chop off the first part of my sentence.
Okay, there's 3 wires. There's 3 wires. None are red.
This information is very valuable. So in case you guys get stranded somewhere, or maybe someone's trying to shoot you and turn you into a skin suit, don't hold the radio button at the same time. No, they can't hear you.
None are red.
Cut the second wire! You fuck!
Over.
I don't like your tone. Over.
Do you want to die? Do you want to get through this or not? Because I will just leave you to die and your dick will be no more. Over.
Oh, like you did last time with the fucking volume down? Let's talk about symbols. Upper left, front of the bomb.
Okay, yeah, read them out, go.
I got a star. I got a circle with a little PP. I've got an upside down question mark. I've got a backwards E with 2 umlauts, or I don't know.
An umlaut 1 or 2, I don't know.
I'm trying to find the PP one. It's not, I can't see the PP one. I'm going to be honest, mate. Over.
It's like someone took a Q and bent its dick directly in the middle, like that bomb did last time.
Gotcha, I gotcha. Okay, actually, I found, okay. Read them out again, but a little bit slower, and I'll say yes when I've got it, okay? Because I found the PP one for the first one. Over.
It's a lot of information. Star, PP, upside down question mark.
Backwards E with 2 dots above it. So do backwards E with the eyeballs or the 2 things above it.
The fucking O with the PP.
The fucking backwards C with the dot in the middle. And then like the weird kind of Disney logo it looks like. Despite the fact that what you just said didn't match this at all, I figured it out. What's next? What are you on about? That was it.
No, the bomb is definitely still ticking, friend.
Yeah, so you tell me what the fuck you want to defuse next. Dickhead, over.
Who's in control here? There are 2 buttons that say press, and then there's some symbols on the back, and then there's some wires.
Your fucking job is to tell me what to do next.
Okay, no, okay, so what's left on the bomb? Is there more wires? Over.
On the back of the bomb, there are more wires, more symbols. On the front of the bomb, there are 2 choices of buttons I can press.
Okay, right, well, to the buttons then. So, what color is the first button? What does it say on the button?
There's a white button that says press. There's a white button that says press. There's a blue button that says press.
Okay. White button that says...
How many batches has the bomb got?
There is 1 minute left.
There are 2 buttons that say press. Please hurry.
How many fucking batteries are on the bomb, man?
There's 2 on the side. There's two batteries. 2 batteries on the bomb. 2 batteries.
Okay, if the button is white and there is a lit indicator with labeled car...
Hold the button and refer to releasing hold of the button.
You can't just read the manual into the walkie when you don't know what you want me to do.
I can't do this, man. There's too much pressure, alright? I can't fucking do this, alright? I know it's your first day on the job, but I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm fucking done.
My brain's scrambled, I can't do it.
He just gave up on him. That's fucked up.
Please God, please God, please God, please God. Well, fuck me! Fuck me! Over. You're an absolute cunt. Over.
What do you want from me? Over.
Like, I feel that you're attacking me. I'm trying my best here, man. I'm trying to help us. Yeah, you're right. All right, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Wow, was that easy? All right. You gonna do this again? Over.
We're gonna do a new mission. Over. Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This time we've got it. Yeah. You pumped up? You fired up? I feel good. Yeah. Over.
Feeling a mix of emotions right now. Over. We're gonna do pick up the pace, which is actually maybe harder than the last one. Over.
Emotions? What are you, a fucking woman? Choose the mission, you slag. Over.
All right, let me tell you about this bomb. Simon says on the bomb, something looks like a battleship. Bunch of little squares with circles and things. Nothing on the back of the bomb. 2 batteries on the side, 2 batteries on the top.
What the fuck is Simon Says?
I'm having some difficulties right now. Just give me 1 second. I just found the piece of paper.
Okay, Simon Says, one of the 4 colored buttons will flash.
Green is flashing. Over.
What color? Sorry, I can't understand over your shitty accent. Over.
Is that a fucking joke? Green! Over.
Green. Okay, right. I think they died.
Your extended family. I'm gonna bash
Can you fucking check if the serial number has a vowel?
No vowels. Oh, there's an I. There's an I. I. As in, gonna hit you so hard with a baseball bat, your eye pops out. Over.
What the fuck is this? No strikes and all this shit. I don't know what that means. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, wait. We've got no strikes, right?
Silence. Don't
Over.
really comfort me. Over.
The other thing to remember is it's not a mobile phone. That means you can't both speak at the same time.
I'm not talking about bowling, just in case
What
you...
are you doing right now?
Right, talk to me, please. Over.
1 minute.
That means you can't
Huh.
both speak at the same
Right,
time.
please.
That was a dude.
Please talk.
What do you mean? What kind of question was that?
What? Over. Hello. Over. Fucking over.
I couldn't hear you that whole time. Okay.
Right, so it's green. So you need to press the yellow one. Over.
I pushed it. Over.
Did it work? Over?
It worked. Are you fucking serious? The green button's flashing twice now.
Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah. So you gotta press yellow apparently.
I pushed yellow. Over. 8 seconds to defuse the whole bomb.
So it worked, yeah? The yellow was correct, over?
I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I fucking did! What do you mean did it work? I fucking hate you so much. Over. We're gonna do this one more time. Over.
And if I die again, I fucking quit. I'm getting in my car and I'm driving to Texas. Over.
Okay, we're starting a new bomb. Here's what we got. Red abort button. The same grid. I got a timer with 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I've got a panel that says you, and then there are 6 other words below you, okay? Are you with me?
The bomb started, over.
The fucking bomb has started. Yes, over.
Okay, so what do you see? Tell you what, just choose one, tell me what it is, and we'll go from there. Go, over.
Okay, let's start with the panel that says you. Below it are 6 buttons that say you, next, you are, your, and what? As in, what the fuck are we gonna do? Over.
Sorry, I see the problem is whenever I click on this, I accidentally keep putting the volume all the way down, so I didn't hear any of that, over. What was it again?
Struggling with my life right now, over.
It says you, then there are 6 buttons.
6 fucking buttons!
Yep, the Trump mascot up and walked away.
So, push the first button that appears in its corresponding list. You ready? Sure.
Am I to make that decision, or you're gonna tell me?
Your, but no apostrophe. Your, apostrophe.
Next. You are, just you and are. So you.
We fucked up because your fucking walkie cut off and there's in the middle. So I need you to start over. It says hold.
Yeah.
Now at the top.
The actual word.
Like, done, and you, just the letter point.
Those buttons aren't there. Those buttons aren't there. It says hold on.
Start from hold on. What?
It says hold on.
You want me to hold on? There's a fucking bomb about to explode, mate. I'm waiting on you. Over.
30 seconds. The phrase says hold on. There are 6 buttons. If we don't solve one panel, I'm gonna fucking scream. Go, over.
What's interesting is that I can't seem to find hold on this list.
Oh, he's gonna beat him up. Ah!
I have no response. Ow. I'm bleeding.
Well, fuck me! Fuck me! Boy, that was a wild ride. Didn't survive a single round, but you know what? It was all about rebuilding those American and English relations. You know, look, it's a volatile political world.
I do miss this videos.
Welcome to Couch Hop. Today we're playing.
It's about screaming.
And nobody explodes.
Please! That.
This is the guide towards disarming our bombs. On the other end of this walkie-talkie is a trained James. I'm not really sure what the fuck I'm looking at here. Hey man, how's it going?
I'm still sweating.
In my crotch region.
So I'll be your operator today. I'm going to walk you through this whole bomb defusal thing. Over.
That sounds like a fun time. I can't wait to start.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of new to this, so I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. But I think we can go ahead and probably get this job done. Over.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the bomb collection and see what we're working with here, I guess.
Awesome.
Over.
I got a fart. Operator's not gonna be happy with me. Okay, I'm gonna look at the section 1-3 entitled "The First Bomb."
Is that correct?
Let's go with that.
He's very vague, ain't he?
Alright.
This is a fucking essay, dude.
I'm gonna start.
Roger that, over and out.
Or just over, I mean, sorry.
Excuse me?
Oh, over.
Excuse me?
Roger that.
Excuse me?
Copy that.
Can I start?
Here we go again.
That's affirmative.
Alright, are you gonna make sure that you got this, Mr. Operator? Are you gonna be able to guide me through this bomb?
Hey, baby, that's what I'm here for, you know what I mean? Over.
Oh god, this is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. This screen is for your eyes only.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're not allowed to look at the bomb defusal manual. I assume he has the manual. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is it dark? Oh.
Hey, we have light in the bomb room. We have 5 minutes remaining already.
Roger that. Give it to me.
What do you mean give it to you? What does that mean?
Let's go.
What the fuck does that mean, let's go?
Wait, what's going on?
I see there's like a couple of tiles. There's blue, black, and yellow and red cables.
Okay, so let's start with something easy.
Yeah, could you tell me?
What exactly do you see?
I just fucking told you what I see!
I see tables! I see hieroglyphics! I see the letter fucking the fucking hold!
I see the number!
So, you said wires, right? There's wires? Hello, are there wires?
Yes, there's fucking wires, dude!
Okay, alright, give me the colors.
I did this art. There's 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Blue,
black, yellow, and fucking red.
Oh fuck. There's more than. What was the last one? What was the last wire over?
Red. R-E-D.
Are there any yellow wires?
Yes, one. What the?
How many wires total are there?
Oh my god, there's fucking 5, dude! What? He can't even get me past the first level! What kind of operator is this? You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
The first wire.
Excuse me?
Wire.
Cut the first wire?
Cut the second wire.
The second wire? Cut it?
Second wire.
That was wrong!
Wrong, you dipshit!
You know how to fucking read! Is there a blue wire? Yes, I cut one of them already. Over. Yeah, but is there a blue wire? There's another blue wire, yes. Okay, cut the first one. Cut the first one? Roger, cut the first wire. First wire's cut over, it's green. Okay, hieroglyphics. Let's do hieroglyphics over. Okay, I'm in the hieroglyphic section, over. Roger that. Why don't you read them off to me? What does that mean? How the fuck do I read these off? We got fucking TP.
A fucking letter C with a nipple in it. There's a fucking lollipop.
And I don't know what the fuck the other one is. In the order, their symbols appear from top to bottom. What the fuck is he doing? Please. Help! What? All right, let's skip that one. What was the other ones? A fucking tree, a letter C with a nipple, a fucking lollipop, and I don't know what the other one is. It looks like it's got an upside down triangle on it. There's 50 seconds! Is there anything else that we have to do? Is there another thing? Yeah, there's the fucking word hold on it. Hold. Is it a
button?
Yeah. Oh fuck! If there's how many batteries does the thing have? Fuck me, what? Batteries? 2? Is the button red? No, it's
Yeah,
blue.
this part he kind of screwed over the batteries. He doesn't know what it looks like.
It's blue? What? 10 seconds, we're fucked. We tried our best. What the fuck, you fucking asshole! It blew up!
You fucking idiot! You don't know anything!
I'm gonna need you to calm down, all right? I'm trying my best over here. I'm working a deadline. I got 2 kids back home. Over.
We'll bring this all up.
How many fucking pages are there here? There's like... Okay, I'm gonna go to section 2-1 now.
This one is just called the basics, so if you can't fucking lead me through this, something's wrong.
How many fucking things are there here, dude? This is like a goddamn thesis. What the fuck's the matter with this guy? Hello!
Hello? What's going on?
Oh my... I said I'm going into section 2-1. Can you hear me? Roger that. Proceed. I'm gonna start this, okay?
It's 18 o'clock, 5 minutes.
We got the number 2 on a little monitor with the numbers 4, 3, 2, 1 underneath it. Monitors. We got the button that says detonate, and we got wires that are white, blue, yellow, red, yellow, and black.
Over.
Copy that. Let's start with the numbers thing. Yes, sir. Numbers thing is set. What do I do? What?
What is the number the big screen is showing?
2. If this play, it's the button in a second. Okay, remember the number in the second position and press it. Fuck. Second position. Okay, it was number 3. We got it. What does the display say now? 2. Say it again. The same number. What does the big monitor say? Over.
2. Over.
Displays 2. Press the button in the same position as you pressed in stage 1.
He doesn't know what he does.
Okay, so press the button in the same position as you pressed in stage
1.
1.
At some point, it's gonna say, "There's a minute left. There's a minute left. There's a minute," and then something like.
1 is on the screen. What was that number that you pressed in the same position? 3.
Now you're saying it's number 1 on the screen?
Yes, sir. Over.
Alrighty, press 3.
3. Okay, got it. Oh my goodness. All right.
We got there's a 4 now on the screen, and I'm yeah.
Press the button in the same position as you pressed in stage 2. Press the button in the same position. Press the button.
3 minutes, we're not even going promo.
Listen to me.
Press the button in the second position.
Oh my God, we're good. All right, we're good.
It's good. It's good. There's number 4 on the screen again.
Press the button in the same label you pressed in stage 3.
Hurry!
For 3. Press 3 over 3.
3. Okay. All right, we got that one done. That panel's done.
Roger that. Wires. Let's do wires.
Wires. I'm on wires.
How many wires?
6 wires total.
Roger that. Are there any yellow wires?
2 yellow wires.
Is there any red wires?
Yeah, it's in between the yellows.
Cut the last
wire.
Cut the what? What?
Cut the last wire over.
You're gonna have to repeat that again.
Cut the last wire. The last wire over.
He doesn't know how to walkie-talkie. That was wrong, you dipshit!
Fuck. There are no red wires. Shit, there was a red wire. Never mind.
Oh my God, please. Please! He doesn't know.
Cut the 4th wire.
The fourth
wire.
What did you just... Oh! Okay, we're good. Last one, detonate.
Detonate. That's the button. It's a button, right?
Yes, it's a button.
And it says detonate on it.
Yes, it says detonate on it.
It says abort. There's one battery in the
Please.
bomb. Is there one battery on the bomb, or more than one battery? How many batteries does a bomb have?
I don't know what the fucking batteries are. What does a battery look like? Is it the fucking orange things? If so, then it's 2.
It's 2 batteries.
Nope.
Is it 2 batteries?
I'm gonna say 2.
He doesn't know what the batteries look like.
Okay, just press and immediately release the button.
It didn't work.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
It didn't work. There's 13 seconds left.
50?
Please!
Let's see, there's label light up colored strip. What is the color?
You're fucking useless. We fucking lost again. You're fucking useless. We fucking lost again. What are the batteries? Was I right? No? Where do you find the batteries?
Around the case.
Oh. God damn it. I can't even, like, I can't go against this. I can't go anywhere without him. I need him here. All right?
Motherfucker, listen.
We got fucking Simon Says in one block with fucking diamond shape. It's blue, yellow, green, and red. The red is flashing. We've got a button, a blue button that says abort. And we have the hieroglyphics again.
Fuck. I hate the hieroglyphics.
Let's start with the button over.
Button over.
Fucking hieroglyphics. Alright, what does it say on it?
It says abort.
Okay, you're gonna have to hold the button and tell me what color strip comes up again over.
White.
Copy that. Release the button when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position.
Oh! Alright, we're good. We did that one. That one's good. See, he can get that one down. Alright, we're good. What's next?
It's hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. Here we go.
Alright, hieroglyphics. We got the letter A. in the top left. We got the weird looking one in the top right. The lollipop is in the bottom right.
And the fucking food pyramid is in the bottom left.
Fuck. All right, give them to me one more time.
Oh god, this is just off. Okay, we got the letter A in the top left, the weird looking one in the top right. The bottom right is the lollipop, and the bottom left is like the fucking food pyramid looking thing.
Food pyramid looking thing. Is that different from the A, the food pyramid?
Yes, it's like an A with a T inside of it. It looks like the fucking food pyramid.
Fuck's sake! Did you say there was a lollipop again? Fuck's sake.
Bottom right. Bottom right. Bottom right.
Shit. All right, let's go ahead and do lollipop.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! What kind of operator says that? Whoa, shit!
Wait, I thought the A, what the fuck does the A look like then?
It's got a little squiggly on the top and a little squiggly on the bottom. It's like curved.
Like a curved A? Like a capital A or what?
Yes, like a capital A, but with the top of it having a hook and the bottom right part having a hook. This fucking, come on!
Listen to me, all right? Lollipop, food pyramid, the A, and then the fucked up thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, there it is. All right. All right, we're good. We got 2 minutes to figure out the colored one.
Okay. One of the 4 colored buttons will flash. Using the correct table below, press the button.
The red light is blinking on this colored one, just FYI.
Fuck. Okay, can you tell me the serial number on the bomb? You're gonna have to look around it.
It's the letter I, J, J, 5L1.
O as in Oscar or L as in Lima?
L as in fucking Lima.
And then what was after that?
The number 1.
Okay, if the serial number contains a vowel.
Holy shit, dude, there's a minute left. There's a minute left. There's a minute left. There's a minute left. There's a minute left in this fucking...
Press the blue button.
All right. What?
The red one flashed and then the yellow one flashed.
Red one flashed, then the yellow one flashed.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? What the?
Then you gotta do the Simon Says. So you gotta hit blue and then green.
Oh fuck. Okay, am I doing that again?
Genuine. Genuine relief.
Wow. We fucking saved some lives today! We saved lives today!
We did it. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it?
Oh my god. Many people died today, though. Many people died today. But those select few that lived through this encounter, I mean, they're really what matters, right? It's not how many you save, it's who you save.
What's he talking?
There could have been people of importance in this bunker, and we saved them.
Maybe.
You know?
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cow Chop. There will probably be more in the future, but you never know.
Oh, this part, you know what? Cow Chop, Dark Souls, lore. This part is one of the most funniest thing. I keep watching this over and over again. Hey, you don't know what you're getting yourselves into. You don't know what's gonna happen. But as soon as you see it, you're gonna know what's gonna happen. It's stupid.
Dude, it's so fucking weird. Trevor. Is it good? It's Kroger, dude. Is it good?
What's that in your back? You're Shrek, not the Hunchback.
There's like a tumor in this fucking suit.
Did you say you have a tumor?
There's a tumor on my back. Can you heal it? Your magic? Push the tumor into my fucking spine.
He's been healed. He'll die in 5 days. 5 days time, you will die. Where's my magic stick? Oh my! What is that?
What?
What are you doing?
I cried.
That's a different video, you fucking idiot.
Donkey.
What?
Donkey. Where's my donkey at?
What was it?
Magic.
Halloween?
Magic.
Halloween?
Ogre.
Yeah.
What if I told you that I could make it so you only ate red hot tamales every day?
Why would you do that?
I could do that to you right now.
That's cool. I mean,
What if I told you? Dr. Pepper, my arch enemy. I feel the power draining from my body. Trevor.
Come on,
Trevor.
where are you? I don't have any weapons. Ah, fuck. I can't see where I'm going.
You're destroying everything. What is happening here?
Where am I positioned in this room right now?
That's the light, you fool! Get away!
Where are you? Where are you? I'm gonna pass out. Owie! This sucks.
Owie!
Beast wants to take combat outside.
He went into the land of the unknown!
It's so hard to breathe. Stop it.
Ow! Ah! What the fuck is... Why do we have poison ivy in the front yard?
Excuse me?
We have poison ivy in the yard. It's like over here.
That is good.
How is it? You've come to join our...
I've come to light the bonfire! Light the bonfire! Sit down and pray, my sons, for you will regain all of your health and energy!
The fuck? There's no combat at the bonfire!
No ogres allowed! No ogres or beasts allowed in the bonfire area!
Fuck you!
Ogres and beasts alike! Touch thy sword! No, you foul monster! Don't you see the sharp edges, you fool? I feel rejuvenated and suspended in belief, as if there's something flowing through me. Ogre, put your mask back on, you fool. We're role-playing.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck is wrong with you? We're trying to role-play.
I'm an ogre. Is that good? I'll take care of this ogre problem.
The ogre could respawn if you fall at the bonfire again. Quiet, you foul monster.
I see you, ogre.
The ogre is back. Oh, he's at a bonfire.
What the
He's
fuck?
At a bonfire. He's at a bonfire. A bonfire.
I'm still at the bonfire.
Bonfire.
I'm still at the bonfire.
Bonfire.
This is a bonfire. This is a safe zone.
Bonfire.
Bonfire's a safe zone.
He had to respawn again.
All right.
Calculate these techniques. Learn from his movements. The ogre shall fall. He's here. Bonfire, 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 bonfire.
Come on,
He's
dude.
raising his attributes.
What is that, man? I gotta level up.
Raising his attributes.
I gotta level up. I'm gonna have a
Something
heart
is
attack.
wet on my butt. What is that? Fool. There's a secret in the bonfire. Ooh. A secret in the bonfire.
That's dangerous, actually.
A secret!
It's dangerous.
Oh! Hide it in your boot. He'll never know. He only knows this is a bonfire, but not a sneaky bonfire.
The bonfire hides many tricks.
Great ogre, he's coming back to battle!
Piece of shit, you better not run!
What the fuck is this?
It is a spell!
What is that? What the fuck? It's not funny, this is RP! This isn't real!
The ogre runs away!
Stop!
The ogre runs! You're using your stamina!
Where'd the ogre go?
Inside. Maybe he went to go poop.
People on the highway can see us.
Bonfire! 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 Bonfire!
I'll purge you in the art of combat.
I don't want to live anymore. Oh. Fuck! I was gonna pretend to die, dickhead! God!
If our beast goes down.
Stop! Man, I'm already fucking dead. Alright?
I accidentally did the emote.
It sounds like there's combat out there.
Give me your souls.
Oh! Stop! Stop.
The bonfire has moved!
Ah! Fuck!
And make sure you put your stats correctly. The right attributes must be met. Pray. Your full health and full stamina.
I forgot to.
You forgot to allocate.
I got it. The beast has respawned.
The beast has respawned! He knows projectile attacks!
Ugh! I'm a beast!
The beast is coming close to the bonfire! Stay away from the bonfire!
What's with the...
He's down!
God.
That's not
You gotta
your
go back
starting
to-
point. That's not your starting point. What?
What did you say? I'm doing this with no form of healing myself throughout the duration of.
That's where my plan comes into play. We shall move the bonfire again.
What?
Now the bonfire
It's
moves.
really not that far from where we
The
were.
bonfire moves wherever you go now,
It's
warrior.
really not that far from where we were earlier. That's a mobile bonfire.
You can pray whenever you wish.
I lit it. See that? Is it?
It's forever lit now.
Is that fair?
Is
Isn't that cheating?
fair? I'm not even supposed to be in the game, and you're asking if it's fair.
Oh, beast.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop, man! What the fuck is it, man? When do I get the fucking win, huh? When does the monster get to win? Bullshit, dude. Fucking stupid.
Beast.
It's over, dude. You know how easy it would be just to jump out this window?
Beast. You have to respawn first.
If I go down there, I never come back.
He's respawning. He's respawning.
Come on, I'm stuck. Really? I can't fit. Stop, dude! Stop! I can't fit, alright? Stop, please! Please! Ow! I got a cut! I got a boo-boo!
Look at this. Mine's bigger.
I got a boo-boo! I gotta clean it.
You have to clean it. No, you have to heal.
Use the bonfire.
Use the bonfire. That's not how you use the bonfire.
That's not how you use the bonfire.
How do I do it? I'm coming out.
Bonfire.
Shit. I'm gonna need cramp. Don't put the sharp sword, alright? No!
Bonfire.
Please.
Touch it.
It hurts.
Touch it. Touch it, Trevor. He touched it.
fucking dickhead! Jesus, dude.
Please use the bonfire.
Where's the fucking...
Use the bonfire.
Work hazard safety,
Use the bonfire.
Beast. You require healing.
The bonfire is here.
Please.
The bonfire is here.
Please! Give me the fancy! Please!
Just heal yourself.
Stop! My Olos, man!
Water!
Stop! Don't put the sword near me!
Heal yourself, Beast. Beast. Heal yourself, Beast. What a monster. Beast.
Sleepy bee!
I can't see through your facade of a mask. Are you still the Beast I once knew, or are you a different Beast entirely?
Oh, I'm Trevor, dude.
That's what he is, you dickhead! Fuck! Ew! Stop!
I don't think he's...
That's fucked up.
Heal yourself, Jaguar.
Stop!
No more healing for you.
Yeah.
It's got me.
Oh, it's got.
Me. I've been betrayed. I've been betrayed. I summoned you, you fucking asshole. I created the holy grail of healing, and now I shall die. I am dead. Oh, it stinks.
It appears I've been summoned in this world as a phantom.
Oh, everything you knew was a lie. Trevor, what have you done to the phantom?
What?
He needs your healing, please. Trevor! 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 You're wasting glide!
So what do we do now?
Bury him in the white. This is how he would have liked to go.
This is kind of used. So...
What to bury? Let's see.
I like to reuse my toilet paper.
Yo, I just realized who's gonna fix that window?
I don't know. I guess the people who traumatized me to break it.
You're a fucking bitch.
Why did you break that window?
Huh?
Why did you break that window?
I didn't mean to.
Don't you know of ogre strength?
I guess not until I put on the suit. Stop!
I found a new wand. Trevor.
What?
What if I told you? Lick it.
No.
Oh.
That's been used.
I'm only an NPC. I've already had way too much interaction.
Shit, I know why it broke. Look, see how it's all fucking cracked around the, like, the hole?
God damn it, Trevor! Sounds like somebody's going to be paying for a new window. I saw you, young new hero.
Are you the wizard?
I am the wizard that creates bonfires, young hero.
I've been looking for you for over a decade.
What's your name?
What does that mean?
My name's Rick.
Rick!
Yes.
How dare you come up to me as if I can just create a bonfire for you just like that? You have to ask politely.
Can you make a bonfire for me, please?
That was racist.
What?
My new child.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. You must drink the substance. As you can see, magic lies within it. I created the Estus flask, an alternative version. Be that as it may.
What's in there?
Close your eyes.
I forgot about the Sonic thing. Ew. He looks terrible.
Not yet, boy.
I'm proud of that.
Open thy eyes.
Ew, dude, what the fuck is that, man?
Magic has transpired before your eyes. Take a drink. I shall create a mini bonfire in your honor. Young hero! Young hero! Rick, it can't be that bad.
No, that's some good stuff, dude.
That can't be that bad. Filthy animal.
I already feel pretty good.
That can't be that bad. Filthy animal. What do you think of this? She quite enjoys it. What's the matter with you? You wasteful.
Stop, please.
Why are you so wasteful?
These are my good pants, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't touch that animal. You have not earned that right yet. You've been granted access to unlimited magic and power.
Oh.
I grant you this gift of weaponry. You must battle the Octotide.
Oh, shit, dude. The what?
Octotide.
The fuck is that?
A fierce foe that roams these lands. He wishes to destroy all of planet Earth. You must destroy him. Would you like another sip?
Nah, that's...
It can't be that bad. It's not that bad. Try it. She quite enjoys it. Be off with you. In fact, you have one requirement prior to fighting the Octopimp. You must take this sacred item that I use to create bonfires on the daily, and you must chop down a tree. Now.
Oh, right now?
Now.
Can you hold this for me?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Item management.
Oh, shit.
What the game's all about. Young Rick!
What? I got your tree. I got your tree you wanted. Here you go.
Thank you.
No problemo, dude.
My fair child. You know, in my town, we eat these.
Oh, come on.
Would you like a piece?
Sure do, dude, if it gives me the power of the Lord.
Lord, idiot. Not Lord.
Oh, Lord?
Uh-huh.
Like Jesus?
Be off with you now. Young Rick!
What?
That was the wrong way.
What?
That way.
Which way?
That way. Young Rick!
Yeah?
Keep going.
But where?
There.
I am here.
Keep going, young Rick.
Ah! Oh, shit, that's a big fucking spider.
Destroy it with the faithful items that which I've given you.
I got it.
Yes, that's great, young Rick. That's great. Now run inside. You must fight the battle that must be won today. Good job, young Rick. Good job.
Thank you.
Such a bright future ahead, this young Rick.
Shit.
Young Rick!
What?
Young Rick, you went the wrong way. That way.
All right, dude.
Young Rick! I need my sword.
Oh, fuck.
Do you know how many other players I have to create bonfires for? You're not the only player on this server.
Y'all good?
Yes. That way.
All right, man. It's good seeing ya.
Young Rick!
What?
Tell me you love me.
Do I have to?
Yes, young Rick.
What if I don't?
Tell me you love me, young Rick.
What if I don't?
It's essential. It's a part of this mission.
All right, I love you. Here I come, monster! I know you're down here, and I know you're looking for some trouble. And I'm ready to bring you that trouble. What a fucking monster you are.
Young Rick! Young Rick!
Wizard, I
Don't
found him!
forget, young Rick. I need to buff you. Step into it.
Come on. Fuck. Dude. Come on, give me some more.
That's all, young Rick. That's all, young Rick.
Let's do it, dude.
Young Rick!
What? Oh shit, dude.
Take it easy on him, young Rick.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck is that, man? You wanna play like that? You wanna play like that, you little cunt? You little bitch? Stop! Oh! Oh! Come on, little bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Young Rick! Quickly get a buff! Young Rick! I'm sorry. I don't have anything more, dude. My asshole! Please, fuck.
What's happening?
Please.
Young Rick!
Shit, dude. Fucking right, man.
Young enemy! Young Rick!
Ready to fuck you up, dude. Come here. Huh? Bro, you wanna play this game? Fuck. Wizard! Wizard!
What do you want, young Rick? I have to save this poor animal.
You alright,
He's
man?
been in the crossfire for the last 5 minutes.
Right, dude?
Yes, young Rick.
Pretty tired.
I have what you need. Just give me a moment, young Rick.
Oh, fuck.
How do you think you fared today, young Rick?
What?
How do you think you fared?
I fed? What?
How do you think you fared?
Fared? I got me. Oh, fuck. It really fucked my arm up. Shit, dude.
Do you need some buff? More buff?
Yeah.
You must learn that I won't always be there for you, young Rick. Like the last
Just this time, dude.
players before you,
Just this time.
I was not able to be there for them.
Come on, give it to me.
And they died.
Come on.
In the process.
Come on.
Oh, fuck. You know what? I don't even understand. You're by far one of the worst pupils I've ever had.
What?
I've never had to buff someone this much.
Come on, I'm just a little tired.
Little tired?
Yeah.
Go and fight the Rat King now! You can't get any more buff than that!
Rat King!
Now go!
What? Rat King! I challenge you to a second duel. You in here? Ah, fuck, man! What the fuck? Is that spiders? The fuck is that?
A new attack, young Rick. You must learn his patterns. Don't be foolish.
But he's gonna throw shit at me, dude.
It's a pattern.
I got it.
Oh, he sneezed.
Huh? You.
What's happening?
Dude, he fucking threw shit in my mouth.
Over there.
Stay back, dude.
Young Rick.
My eyes. Oh god, my eyes.
Young Rick, have you died?
Yeah, did I give up, dude? My fucking eyes, man.
No respawns.
How's that even fair?
It's an enemy pattern.
Yeah, but I knew his pattern, but he just came out of nowhere. Got me right in the fucking eye.
You're not the player I hoped for.
It's pretty fucking hot. I'm burning up, dude.
Okay, yeah, but we're recording right now.
What am I doing? So what are we...
Get out of here!
You're not even in this scene.
Hi, young warrior. Young warrior.
You're not here. Like, where the fuck do you...
Please disregard the monster that's spawning outside.
Hold on, redo that.
No, we should use that. Young warrior. Young warrior.
I'm not a warrior. I'm an assassin mage.
Ah, young
does that mean?
assassin.
just reset my stats.
Have you heard of the 2016 Porsche?
How much silver can I get for this?
I don't believe I can offer you anything worth value.
I'm saying, how much will you buy it for?
I would buy that for 15,000 hand jobs.
How about those shoes?
Exclusive. I mean, do you want to buy anything? There's not much room in here.
I used to be the lead guitarist for My Chemical Romance before the war.
I don't know what
What the
I'm sorry. There's a monster outside. He spawns there. It's your first boss. He's out there.
Wow. Yeah, I see him. He's right here. He's just standing there.
It's the monster. I realize that you require specific items to destroy the monster.
Hey, can you guys leave? We're trying to roleplay Dark Souls right now. What does this monster do? He's
a very formidable opponent.
He just keeps looking at me and laughing the whole time.
He has many great attacks.
Oh shit, he's coming over here.
This is a banished area.
Let's get out of here.
Monster! This is a safe haven. My shop has no violence policy.
Got this.
Please take the magazine, monster, and look at the Porsches.
What is he, blind?
Yes, the lore of vehicles. They will come in the future. Oh.
That's a 2-for-1 sale.
You're destroying my shop, you monster! You fucking.
Yep, it's.
Does he leave or despawn or something at some point?
I think he might be deaf, so he might not be able to hear us talking anyway.
It's so hot, dude.
Foul assassin, I have 3 chests.
I'm a thief now.
A thief assassin, I have 3 chests in front of you. Each one of them contains an item that is key to the victory in defeating the monster. However, I can only offer you 1 item at a time.
Okay.
In exchange for geld.
For what?
Geld.
Guild?
Geld.
Guild.
Geld.
Guild.
It's my
Was it a curse?
He doubles as a maid. His mother was a wench. She was tortured and put to work every day.
Wow. Kind of bad for him now. I don't really want to kill him.
You have to kill him to progress in the game.
I just kind of want to leave.
I'm sorry, it's so depressing. Can I have some geld?
You know, I'm a thief, right?
Ew.
You should be loaded with money. Should be loaded with geld. Monster!
I got this receipt from the 7-Eleven.
Good lord.
I don't know if that will work.
Oh, good lord. Ah, yes. Receipt from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we get that. I stole.
Dirty law to this 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I stole that from the clerk. After I bought a Fanta. What?
Candy?
Yeah.
He stole it after buying it. How does that work?
Destroy this foul beast. Please choose a chest and take it and open it.
He seems like a nice guy. He just gave me a tour.
Just take the fucking chest. Just pick a chest.
You know how many millennia it's been since I
Take
ate?
a chest, please.
Oh, there's a little bit of hair in that.
What's going on?
Yes, monster.
It's fucking hot.
You're breaking roleplay again, monster. Can you please go away?
This is my part.
We're getting to your part, monster. Please select the chest. Within it, a battle item to use to destroy that monster once and for all. I can only tell you that you will eventually need all 3, but you can only go 1 at a time. Take the item. Take the box. Take the box.
I was gonna say I just can't use my fingers either.
Ah, yes. That is a wonderful item used to destroy that foul beast.
Can you call him over here?
Go out and fight! You don't fight here in the shop!
Ah, dude. That really fucking hurt.
I could just kill him with my sword, right?
Ah!
The plan is backfiring.
Assassin? Assassin! Assassin, that's my shop. Monster. You know, back in my day, I was once a bard.
Let me blow you a bubble.
What? Trevor, you breaking roleplay so goddamn much here, man. What the fuck are you doing? Assassin!
It's Thief.
Thief?
He's not here.
I require those items to give to you in terms of the storyline progressing.
What if I just take them and I just keep them?
You keep them, the monster will never be destroyed. He will destroy the planet. And that's what the lore says.
I doubt it.
He told me so.
This is the planet. This is the planet right here. And
he just destroyed a planet right now. He just destroyed one. You wouldn't believe it. I saw it.
No, I heard it. I just don't believe it.
Hello, sir.
What the fuck is this?
Did you just throw a stick of gum at him?
What the fuck is this? Is this some kind of abominable spell?
It's his toe jam. He takes toe jam from his feet, his ginormous feet, and he throws it at his enemies.
Clump of it in the sink. I can't like wash it off.
Give me my boxes, you crazy bastard. They're my boxes, I'm leaving.
Stole these boxes from me.
They're my, it's my shop, and I'm... You can have this one. Use it to defeat the monster, you petty fool.
Ah!
Hey, what the fuck is that?
It's your heart.
Got it back? What fucking... Stop, man.
The heart of the mammoth. Did you defeat the monster?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Here's your reward. Ah! He's alive! Quickly, use this to destroy him.
I stepped in his toe gun.
Thief!
I'm avenged!
Thief! What a wonderful shot. Here you go, foul beast.
I'm gonna have to end my stream soon because I think, you know.
Oh my god. You gave him
yeah.
He can never be destroyed now. That's the last key item.
What the fuck is the Suicide Squad?
He's an all-time powerful Yeti now. Don't you understand what you've done?
Yeah, help me out, man.
I gave you the key items.
Yeah.
You could not destroy the beast. I have one more key item. Yeah.
It's a Dark Souls hard copy guide.
Yes! The monster has been defeated on this day. A victory to all players. Plus 15% power reward on the server until Sunday.
I don't know what that means. I think I sprained my hip, man.
What a great ending.
It's the first bonfire. But you know what?
What?
I don't ever remember making that one. Wait, what happened? Somebody else is making bonfires. Because I never made that one.
First of all, yeah, what does that mean?
End this game. End this game. Get out of here. End this game.
Thank you guys for watching.
It's over. It's over.
For watching
It's
Dark
over.
Souls 3. I mean, I had a great time. Some of my favorite moments was like when we beat the game.
It's done. Fucking take these off.
That's your wizard. That's your wizard.
In case you just tuned in the playthrough, This was the finale. So go watch the other episodes. For whatever reason, I don't know why you're watching the final one, but maybe you are.
Wait, are we doing the DLC?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's over.
Peace and love.
Okay then. Anyways, I cannot do the clap. Wait. Clap. Oh wait, I'm gonna. Okay, thank you for hanging out. I made some progress on my end. I made some progress. Okay. See you maybe tomorrow. Maybe. Yeah.